Yes.
What did I say? I came up with the idea. Make America great again. I was in Metal Gear. I see myself as a cyborg senator. Ryan's got nothing on me.
What does he say? He would say something like, Ryan's fake news. He never killed any kids. I killed all those kids.
I killed all those kids. Oh, man. Well, anyways, before we start pressing record, we're just talking. Well, I guess we weren't really talking crap about the company we work for our internet, but it was just, we had a unique problem when we tried to record. But yeah, we had I had issues. My internet was not technically working. I don't know what the hell was going on. So we had to postpone. Well, we had already postponed.
Mm-hmm.
But it's fine. We're good now. It actually gave German time because I think German postponed because you were having PC problems, right? And I know you had other shit to do, so I think both of those kind of like combined.
Actually, me wasn't PC problems. It was I got a new kitty, so I was kind of babysitting, making sure,
Number 3, huh?
Number 3, yeah.
Wow.
So I got a new cat, and then
I don't know how you're surprised, dude. This is how cat people become cat people.
And then I had a new cat, and then I needed to fix some. I bought a water filter, and I needed to do some stuff around the house. I've been lazy, so I was like, I gotta do chores. So I was like, let's postpone, because I didn't want to like be recording because Laura wasn't coming home till like later, and I didn't want to leave the cats unattended, and I didn't want to leave the new cat like in the room locked up because all day long. Kind of, I don't know. I was just kind of like, I'm just spending time with the cats right now. I'm trying to socialize.
Cats are murderous and they'll try to kill each other.
I mean, yeah, probably. Now, so far, I think it's going well. It's going really good. Like so far, they're like this is the 3rd day, and they're definitely more and more like all right, I tolerate you. Still don't like you, but
right,
you're cool, I guess.
Like all cats.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. But yeah, that was my week playing this game. Getting pissed off. For sure, getting pissed off.
Oh, you can ask your sister how pissed off I was too.
Oh yeah, dude.
The Sam fight really was pissing me off.
The Sam? Oh no, I love Sam.
Well, it just I don't know. I could not. I don't know. I couldn't figure him out, and then it wasn't until Senator Armstrong that I was like, dude, how am I not getting past this guy? I'm like, what the hell? And I looked through my move list, and there was one that I had never used.
Which one?
Actually, it wasn't Senator Armstrong. It was the
Metal Gear. Something?
Metal Gear. Yeah, what is it called?
Arethal. It was started with an A. Arthal. Arsenal. Not Arsenal, obviously.
Urethra?
No, let me pull up the internet.
Arachnid.
Something like that.
No,
which, by the way, I made a bunch of Codec calls during that fight. I'm telling you, man, like I keep saying this over and over and over again, but like the amount of detail in this game is there. It's so fucking there. Like every Codec call felt like back in the day when I was playing Metal Gear Solid 1 and 2 and 3 for the first times. I would just sit there and call like crazy.
Yeah.
There was never a dull Codec call. Even if they didn't have.
You call like a sane person.
Oh yeah, like nonstop, dude. Yeah. I called every. I
in the OG Metal Gear Solid, yeah.
Or
3.
Yeah, like I said,
3 and
even
1.
if it had nothing of importance, it wasn't dull, and so this was the same thing. Because I remember I was like, okay, a giant Metal Gear, and I was like, huh. I said, this is the biggest one we fought in, right? Today, is it bigger than Cocoon? Would you say? Yeah, right.
Well, yeah.
Bigger, not heavier. So
sure, yeah. I mean, it could do more than Cocoon. Cocoon was just a walking tank. God damn it, that's what Metal Gear is. Cocoon was just a giant tank that didn't walk. Let's just put it that way.
We did it, you guys. German has described what a Metal Gear is.
Yes.
I knew as soon as I say it was a walking tank. No, it wasn't a walking tank. Literally, it wasn't.
It was like a nuclear-equipped walking battle tank.
It's like a walking tank, but it didn't.
It's like
walk.
Yeah. It's like a, you know what I mean. No, but you guys
be able to say on tracks.
like I know what I mean. Like a machine that rolls on tracks.
Like it has a big gun,
like a Johnny Five, but without the head.
Yes, like
a Wally, but he doesn't make compact trash.
But like Chris says, heavier. Yeah, I would argue maybe Cocoon would be heavier.
Yeah, he's like super dense.
Maybe bulky. Wow. I mean, I don't know. This thing was We don't know what
could have
kind of
just been
metals
hollow
this
on the inside. What did it have on the inside?
that too, and on top of that, the metals. I don't know. I'm assuming some
And the
kind of
gears?
hardened steel.
Well,
And
it had to store all that ammo it had.
yeah, I guess. So.
Oh, right. That's where. Yeah. So as the fight went on, it would get lighter.
Yeah. I always do love how these things never run out of fucking missiles and shit. I'm like, since the beginning, that's always kind of thrown
Seriously,
me out of the loop. Where it's like, dude, you've shot like 1,000 missiles. Like you would think you'd run out.
Yeah, you're just trying to suspend your disbelief is like
Yeah.
that's yeah. But
Well,
yeah,
it's like when you're playing Pokemon and you're fighting an enemy and they never run out of PP for the
Potions?
moves.
Oh yeah, the enemies. Yeah, I think they fixed them the newer ones, but yeah, the older ones. Yeah, they would never run out of PP.
Never run out of PP.
Excelsius. Yes, that's what it was because I kept thinking Excelsior.
Excelsior. It's being super serial, you guys.
Yeah.
Anyways,
It was,
yeah.
What move were you talking about? What move did you find out, or what?
Oh,
I'm curious to
the offensive defense or defensive offense.
What the hell? What do you mean? Like not the
Oh
block?
my
Something
God.
else?
You guys haven't used it at all.
Motherfucker! Nope. What is it?
This
I
move
haven't.
is the OP of moves, and is the reason why I've been struggling the entire time because I forgot about this move. It's Square and X together,
Huh?
which is A and X together on PC.
What the hell does it do?
Dude, it swipes.
Makes the game easy. Uh-huh.
No, but it's
Oh.
like if you time it right, it swipes and you dodge, so that it you can pretty much dodge any yellow attack with it.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, because that was my problem with Excelsior. I was like telling Chris, I was like, dude, I cannot like not get hit. It's fucking pissing me off. And anyways, we'll get to that later. Jeremy's just been playing the game. Chris, what have you been doing?
Playing the game.
And taking care of my cat.
What?
I said, and taking care of my cat.
Oh yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I've been taking care of his cat.
Oh, no.
No, I watched some anime this week. I watched a new anime called That Time I Reincarnated Slime. It was pretty interesting. I enjoyed it.
Okay.
I don't recommend it for Noise because if I do, he's gonna hate it. So
Why specifically me?
Because you don't like anime. I just kidding, dude.
you were the hipster of anime. That's why,
dude. I have like the most anime Metal Gear wallpaper right now on my.
So you mean from Twin Snakes?
Twin Snakes? No, not Twin Snakes. Chris, don't delay. Don't give me 2 seconds to think of what you were going to say.
That was another thing. We recorded a couple of other podcasts, Noise, and
right,
I took all of his jokes.
Oh my God, dude! So we watched Resident Evil Apocalypse last week.
I was there for that, a little bit of that, yeah.
Well, that was last week.
Oh, that was last. This one was Extinction.
And Chris and I kept like saying the same things. It was so strange. Like there was some real obscure ones that were like, "How did that happen?"
Are you gonna finish the series? Because there's
3 more.
3 more. Jesus.
There's 6 movies. Yeah. So we did Extinction a couple days ago, and again we were doing the same thing. But dude, we have this. There is a moment. I don't want to spoil it. You guys want to listen to it? We're paywalling this one, but Chris and I were cracking up so hard. Chris, do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
It was like I noticed something and I pointed it out, and we just could not stop laughing. And now,
I couldn't unsee it.
You can't unsee it when you see it. You're like, what?
Okay, I can listen to that.
Yeah, Jeremy, you're gonna have to pay.
Yeah. Okay. Wait, I have to pay too. Even though...
Haven't we given you the link, bro?
I don't know.
But yeah, I guess we did that with Chris, and I streamed No Man's Sky for 8 hours last Sunday.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I was left alone to my own devices, and I was just like, I'm just gonna play fucking No Man's Sky because I wanted to see what it was like with 3 monitors and the HOTAS 5, I believe is the thing I have for the Thrustmaster for piloting, the pilot stick. I don't know what flight stick. Thank you myself.
Thank me.
Thank me. I figured it out. Flight stick. And then earlier today I streamed to nobody because this game is the worst game to stream. But Elite Dangerous, that game is so tough because it doesn't teach you fucking anything, and it's like the space simulator.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fun. Like by yourself. Like definitely don't ever stream it. I forgot like how nobody watches this because I streamed it back in the day for a little bit too.
Can I add one more thing to my list of the week?
No, your turn's over.
Now, this one here, I will say this, and you can guys can give me shit. This is not adding it to the our list of movies or nothing like that. But I did watch a new movie and I loved it. Loved it.
Red 2?
Hands down, no. Hands down, no. Like it was
Cop
all
3.
right.
Oh
no,
no!
like you know,
Kindergarten Cop 3.
no, no. Love this fucking film. I'm not even joking. Yeah, I was watching it before we started streaming. I've seen it 6 times since freaking Thursday.
What?
K-pop Demon Hunters. Fucking awesome movie, dude. On Netflix. Check it out.
K-pop Demon Hunters?
Yes, it sounds stupid, but it's a good.
Is this an anime or is this a live action?
Animated movie?
Okay.
Sony Animated Studios or Sony Pictures, whatever. Sony Animation. They took care of it. So
do they have a Sony Vio in there?
I don't. Oh, what's that? What do you mean?
That's an inside joke.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, the pay.
Okay. All right. But anyways, I love this one. Is not going to be. I'm not going to force anyone to say like, oh, put it on the list. I'm just saying it was a fucking damn good movie. I love it.
Okay. I mean,
that's what I've watched that movie back to back.
So you'll make us watch bad movies, but not good movies?
Yeah.
No, I'm not making you. I'm just saying this because that's what the whole thing. Reason this whole thing started, the movie stuff, was because
right. But you're saying don't put it on the. You're saying don't put it on the list because it's a good movie.
I'm not gonna.
Literally said I'm not going to force you guys to watch this.
Yeah, because either you'll watch it or you don't. I don't care.
I don't force us to watch bad movies.
No, I didn't. The only movie I quote unquote forced you guys was Red 2. Or sorry, Red. Because
Red is a different movie. That's what Bruce Willis.
Yeah. This was called Red, wasn't it too?
Oh yeah, there is one called Red 2 because there's a sequel to Red.
Yeah, there's a sequel Red 2. But I mean, what was this
Red
one
October,
called?
isn't it? No.
Red 1.
Wasn't this one? Red 1. There you go. Wow. Red 2, Red 1. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Are they connected?
Red 360.
and you know what's funny is I forgot, but Red and Red 2 are actually DC comics.
Are they?
Yeah.
Interesting. But yeah, so like I said, watch that movie. Was babysat my cats. Did a little bit more sprinkler work. The saga's over. These are just.
It's not babysitting if you're the cat dad.
It's not babysitting.
No.
What is it?
No, it's called doing your job.
Yeah,
as a parent.
I guess you're right. Yeah, I guess you're right. It's not babysitting.
You wouldn't tell Noise he was babysitting his kid.
I mean, I would because I'm dumb, but that's not what I would call it. Oh, you're babysitting. But wow. I guess you're right. Hey, I'm the guy that said you could have a half-step sibling.
Half-step sibling. Oh, Jesus.
But anyway, we did eventually figure out it was possible, so.
I guess so, somehow. I still go cross-eyed when I think about it.
I don't think so.
Yeah, it's a very niche situation, remember?
How?
I don't remember how, but I thought we decided it was possible.
Well, you said Crystal said it's possible, and then I closed this.
Half-step sibling. I don't know how we got to that being possible.
Because it was like parent A and parent B are married.
Uh-huh.
And then they have a kid. And then parent A goes to parent C or something. I don't remember. I know we worked it out. I don't remember how. I'll have to go back and listen to that episode.
Wherever that episode was.
Yeah.
Well then, and that's the one I went down that rabbit hole where I was like, like making that scenario where like parent A and parent B, and then parent B dies, so then parent A marries. So I was like, so eventually you could have mom and dad are 1,000% not related to the kids anymore. You know? What I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what it was.
Because I kept going down that. I was like, dude, you can go forever, like just forever. That'd be crazy.
Yeah. The biological one of the biological parents dies.
Yeah, then the other one remarries.
Yeah, but
that one dies, and then you just keep doing it. Yeah, you just keep going, and eventually they'll be like, I'm like a great stepfather at this point because these ones aren't related to. Yeah, it's like they're not related to me. They're not related to my partner. They weren't related to my partner's partner. They weren't related to my partner's partner. It's like, dude, that'd be fucking nuts.
I assume at that point you're just considered a guardian.
I guess that's so. I would love to find a real world what do you call it?
So you want to see a situation where parents just keep dying?
No. You're right. No. I would love to see that. No. I'm just curious to know, like, if anyone is in that situation. Like, yeah, man. Like my parents are thrice removed.
Thrice. Yeah. All right. Well, let's get this shit started.
Actually, I have one question first. German. I know I asked you this last week too, but have you had a chance to listen to that book yet at all?
Oh hell no, Chris! I'm sorry.
That's fine.
Because I'll tell you why. Because I just found out through Noise that there was a season 3 for the podcast that I really love that I've listened to like 7 times.
That's right. Correction for last time I said that Pretend Friends only has 2 seasons. I assume that because German said that, but then because I'm listening to it on an actual podcast app, and he was listening to it on YouTube. And on YouTube, season 2 doesn't even have an ending, right?
Nope, it doesn't have an ending.
It
Nope,
just
it ends like
stops.
it. Yeah, stops. That's why I was like, huh, okay.
Yeah, because I was like, I finished season 2, and he was like, huh? And I was like, yeah, I'm on season 3, episode
3.
whatever. And he's like, what the hell? I'm like, yeah, dude, there's 4 seasons.
Yeah, so as soon as you said that, I went on Spotify and I was like, are you fucking kidding me? I literally was like, I know what I'm doing for the next fucking week, man.
Yeah, because
So
I was like,
I've been trying
it's
to-
Space Kings again, and he's like, what? I'm like, yeah, it's fucking.
And I was like, new
Space
people. I was like, new people. He's like, no, same people. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah,
I was
they
like, dude,
continued it.
I'm like, I'm on this shit. So
I was actually like excited when it's like previously on Pretend
Yeah.
Friends Space Kings, and I was like, huh? And then Kevin, like, what is it called?
recaps or whatever.
Yes, he did a whole recap, and I was like,
Mhm.
holy shit, it's still
yeah.
going. So I'm like wondering what season 4 is. I think it's something
Yeah.
completely different. But
Yeah, I don't
what
want
the
to finish. Remember I told you I was going to binge it, and I did for that first day, and I was like, no, I was like, I need to enjoy this and stretch it out. So I've been partaking
That's
it
what
a
she
little
said.
by little. Yeah, and Chris, so the I was going to listen to the book during work, but now I've been doing that during work. So
No,
I'll
that's
get to
fine,
it. I'll
yeah.
get to it.
German, what was
I'm
that
sure-
book that I said we should all read together? Oh, 1984.
Oh, 84. Yeah, George R. Wells or something.
Yes, George Orwell. Yeah, I was saying for this podcast we should do 1984 like at the end, like just read through that, just because it's so prevalent to this game series.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well, because he was influenced by this a lot. So
Oh, super, yeah.
by this game, he was influenced by that book.
Yes, George Orwell was influenced
Was there a
by
movie?
Metal Gear.
He traveled back in time. real quick.
Yes, there was a movie. If you don't
He
want to read
fucking-
it German, we can watch the movie.
No. I was gonna say George R. Will or went
George
back
R.
in
R. Martin?
time and gave it to fucking watch the movie, and he dropped off and then he wrote his book based off the movie, and he dropped off the script to Hideo Kojima and team, and then they also gave Trump a beta of Rising. So that's how,
Hey,
that's how
George.
that happened.
George, it's your cousin, Mike Orwell. You know that news story you're looking for? Well, play this game.
About the future and control, government control. You know.
It's just the whole Back to the Future situation. Oh man.
But yeah. Okay.
Anyways,
let's get going with it.
Intro. Fine? Oh yeah. There you go.
Oh, I can hear it.
Yeah, me too.
This time you can hear it. Welcome back, everybody, to Codec Calls, a Metal Gear Saga podcast where we try to discuss the Metal Gear Saga from 1987 all the way to the present in chronological release date order. I am your host, Noise, and I'm accompanied by my 2 other...
Cyborgs.
Thank you. German, codenamed Chrono Riser,
Hey guys.
and Chris, codenamed Blue Rhino Boss.
Howdy.
And I guess we've already kind of gone into it, but let's dive more, I guess. Yeah.
So I'll start real quick by saying, remember how last week I said I knew a little bit more because I'd gone a little bit past Escape Number.
Yep.
Right.
So I knew that the fight was fucking Sam, and I was like, Sam, yeah, Sam, and I was like,
Carlos.
fuck, shut up. So so I had beaten him, and then like. Because I was like, I can't stop at this fight. So I beat him. And then it goes straight into that whole... I forgot the name of the place again where we're going with that character that kept being, like I said, pronouns, right? And so, but remember how we predicted... I'm going to jump on the gun tiny bit. Remember how I asked Chris who he thought the final boss was going to be? And he was like, oh, it's going to be Sam, obviously. And I was like, I was like, well, I already killed him, so I know it's not him. And then freaking...
Wait, that's how far you went?
I killed Sam. Just the very next mission. It's literally Escape Denver, and then it's Sam, like instantly.
Right, but
So you
last week...
completed the next mission.
Well, it's a fight. I mean, it's not like I could. That's what I'm saying. I started the fight, and I was like, well, I mean, I guess I'll fight him.
Oh my
And then you
god,
kill
German,
him.
you
I started the fight. I
completely...
might as well finish
Yeah.
it. Oh, I finished that mission. I might as well finish the game.
No. That was
that
it.
fight is the whole
That-
mission.
That's again. That's not my fault. That one fight is a whole mission.
But
That's
we
not
told you
my
where to stop.
It's not my
I
fault.
know. I knew where to stop. That's the thing I'm saying. I knew where to stop. I'm just
just didn't
saying.
want to.
Oh, because remember how
What I
last time when
understood
I
is that you stopped when you realized the cutscene happened, and you're like, "Oh, it's Sam." That's
Yeah.
what I understood. I didn't know you
Oh,
fucking
hell
kept
no, I
going.
kicked his ass.
Fucker.
He's like, well, I came this far. I might as well finish.
Yeah, it's like, well, I could just beat the whole game.
no,
We're on
beat the
Rising,
next game
so I
too.
mean, just might as well finish the podcast. Just
Exactly. I mean, Delta's out in a month, so might as well just call it quits. We're done. Thanks, everybody. Bye. No, but no. So because remember I told you on the last checkpoint or 2 checkpoints ago when I ended on that screen and it said saving or whatever, and I quit the game and I went to go reload the game. It didn't fucking save that, so I had to redo that whole mission again. Remember that?
Okay.
So that's why
Yeah.
I pushed X so it could load the next mission. And it was a motorcycle and it was sand. I was like, oh shit. So I listened to his whole speech. I was like, I'm not going to fight. And then also I was like, oh, I'm going to fight him. So then I was like, fuck it. Let me kick his ass. And then I kicked his ass and it was like, chapter 6 complete. I'm like, that was the whole chapter. Like, whoops, my bad.
But it was a little while. You're on that motorcycle for a little while. And then you come
bullshit.
across.
You're like on
No,
that motorcycle.
you're on the motorcycle for
okay, you're right. I should have
a
stopped
good
in the
30,
motorcycle.
40 seconds.
Okay, yes, seconds.
And then
yes,
you
yes,
come
yes.
across Wolf. And you see
Yeah.
he's beat up. And then you go and find Sam.
No, Wolf
Yes.
isn't beat up. No, Wolf
No,
is
Wolf is
Oh,
beat
you're
up
right. That's
talking
later.
to
You're
Sam.
right. That's right.
Yeah.
My mistake. Okay.
What was interesting though, I thought it was funny because when you're cruising on that chopper, you're totally not going that fast. I'm like, I think I fucking run faster than this shit, dude.
You finding your cats over there?
He was about to get on the fucking computer, so yes, I had to. He literally was about to walk across the fucking laptop.
You're gonna pull a fucking what was her name, Chris? That was fighting PewDiePie on YouTube.
Oh.
Remember, she's like, "Can we copy strike PewDiePie?" She fucking threw her cat like over her head. Yeah,
What?
dude. She's such a fucking bitch. This girl, her cat was like on her desk or whatever, and she grabbed her cat, like from like under, like with 2 hands, like one under the pits and one under the other whatever
Belly or
part,
something?
the belly,
Mhm.
and just like threw her
Oh,
over
what
her
the fuck?
head,
Oh my god.
and just kept on going, like
Jeez.
Oh,
like
shit.
whatever. Fuck, what was her
And
name?
a hard throw? It wasn't even a soft throw? Jeez.
No, it was a fucking hard throw, dude.
Dude.
Yeah, no, oh man, I almost remember what it was. But yeah, she fucking sucks. What was her name? Anyways, keep going.
Yeah. Okay, so let's start with that. So sorry, Chris. So yes, I fought Sam. Oh, but remember on at the end of the what do you call it? We were talking, we are kind of making predictions, and we came to this idea that Sam maybe was a good guy based on a speech or based on something he had said earlier. So like I said, I'm jumping the gun big time because I was like, because even this speech, I was like, dude, this guy totally like didn't give me villain vibes. Like, because I think when Sundowner says like, you knew this was happen, and we're like, oh, what if he's on our side? I think that's what we were saying. I'm like, I already killed that son of a bitch. So I don't know if he was on our side, I killed him and shit. It's like because I was already kind of on this different idea at that time. But
Alinity Divine was her name. She was a Twitch streamer.
Was or is?
I don't know where she's at. Who gives a shit?
Okay. That's I was curious if she ended up getting canceled or something. But
she sucks.
But yeah. Anyway, so yeah, you show up and the doggy Wolf is there talking to freaking Sam, like having a heart to heart.
That's right. Yeah.
And even I was like, dude, Wolf, because even Wolf said, I respect Sam. He straight up says like,
oh right.
Yeah, like something about Sam's the way he carried himself. Like again, I think that's what it was, like a whole big boss kind of attitude that Wolf would give to Sam,
And
so I was like,
and he was like by his side, right? He was just like,
yeah,
like he's been hanging out with him the whole time.
Yeah, he was, and so Sam gives you this big old speech. By the way, I do appreciate that they did this because Raiden did something that pissed me off. At the same time, I was like, that's a good thing Sam didn't do it. Because he says, I guess I should thank you for not killing everyone at the base. And Sam's like, well, not like that. It's like, yeah, like, right. And like, why are you taunting him with that idea, motherfucker? If Sam is a bad guy, like, most common tropes are the bad guy's like, oh, I can't beat you, but I know who I can kill. And they'll go kill the innocent people and shit like that, So I was like, stop giving him ideas, asshole, But yeah, so this fight's, I personally didn't have a problem. I died to him only because I was just trying to have fun with him. Yeah, I had no beef with Sam at all. Actually, I rather enjoyed it. I do love when you take out his sword, whatever, and you deflect his sword, and I knew, I was like, oh, just because he's swordless doesn't mean he's powerless. I knew he still had jiu-jitsu or some shit, like some form of martial arts. So it was fun. Like I said, I overall
that's
thought
what
it was
MMA
a great
stands
fight.
for. Martial arts.
Martial arts. But anyways, you guys tell me. So, Chris, what did you think?
I enjoyed his fight.
Were you surprised that he wasn't the final boss?
I was, yeah.
Okay.
When I came across him and I was like, dang it, he's not the final boss. I was racking my brain like, who's the final boss going to be? I was like, I don't think it's going to be a Metal Gear, but I could be wrong,
Yeah.
But I enjoyed his fight. I thought it was a little lackluster. What's the word?
The Sam fight?
Yeah.
Why did I have such a hard time with them? What the fuck?
I mean, I was playing on easy, so
I was gonna say Chris was
that
on
helped.
easy for
Oh, right,
sure.
right.
But I don't know. It was anticlimactic. That's what I was thinking. But then after, of course, later on, it makes more sense.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, when you get his weapon, it's like locked and everything. I was like, what the heck? Like,
Yeah, I was
isn't all that
too,
kind of stuff over? Like, because that was
like an SOP kind of thing. Yeah,
SOP stuff, and I was like,
Yeah.
isn't that in the past, or is
well,
this
SOP
like
controlled all of them. I guess you could still technically lock your weapon to only
ID
function with
tagging
your
was still
own
a thing.
file. Yeah.
That makes sense. Okay, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, how do you lock a blade? Bacon makes a
Yeah.
Remember we were talking about that, Bacon, and the Metal Gear 4 one where we're like, yeah, like, does that mean like you can't just use, you just don't know, you forgot how to use knife, so you hurt yourself in confusion or something, you know? It's like how do you lock a car? Like, do you just not turn on the engine, or do you just forget how to drive? Like,
or
it's
is it
very...
like Dungeons and Dragons, and it becomes a you don't get to apply your
You have a debuff on you.
oh, what's it called?
Come on, DM.
I can't think of it now. Gosh, dang it.
Or or again,
or such as that doesn't sound too promising there, German.
No, or it could also be, remember, I think I brought this up too, where it's like the whole censorship of you can't say patriot, you can't say, I'm assuming other words, other things that have been censored. Likewise, if you're not authorized to use a knife, it just goes invisible to you. You just can't see the knife in front of you or the blade.
You know what'll never be censored?
Do you know what day it is tomorrow?
Oh God! I am so glad we didn't have to deal with her at all this game. She was brought up a couple times. I was okay with that, but we never had to talk to her. I don't mind her existing in the background as long as I don't have to talk to her. That's all I care.
Yeah. I didn't, because again, I kept bringing up like, will she be held hostage? Will they go that route and be like, we got something of yours?
That's a very 50s way of thinking of a wife. I don't mind that she's existing in the background.
Listen, it's just Rose, okay? Anyone else can exist and they can be as in the forefront. All they want, just Rose.
Now we
Rose
can see how now we can see how Kojima was like, yes, she is the perfect woman. She just exists in the background.
Oh man. The word I was thinking was proficiency.
So you're not proficient enough?
Yeah, your characters have a proficiency bonus if they're using a weapon they're proficient with. Otherwise, you roll for a. Oh my gosh! Now I can't think of that word.
We're canceling the session.
It'll all come back to me. It's like a made up weapon, basically.
An artifact?
Not artifact. No, it's
an illusion.
No,
I think I know
like
what you're talking about.
You're not
a hologram.
Like if something doesn't work, you have to
roll
punches. No. Oh my gosh, I can't think of it. Anyway, but it's you roll a d6. You just roll a d6, and it's just little damage. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
but Noise, what did you think? Because you struggled with this fight, huh?
Yeah. I couldn't. Let me see. What was my problem? Oh, again, no rations. So any single time my health went down, it was just like, that's it. So I had to go hunting for the what is it called? Recovery paste or whatever the fuck it's called?
Nano paste, yeah.
Nano paste.
Nano recovery paste, yeah.
Which they are like, sometimes they're inside the boulders that are around, or sometimes inside the crates.
Yeah. Actually, Wolf will tell you that in Codec Call. He'll tell you, like, it's weird. I thought it was gonna be like a bigger Easter egg. Wolf tells you, he's like, Raiden, there was a not World Market, whatever the fuck the company is called. No.
Walmart?
No. World something, whatever the company is called. Chopper that was flying, that was taken down in the area is like, if you find any crates, you should open them up. And I was like, what crates, right? And I thought it was gonna be like the orange ones that just like, no, these were like really wooden cheap crates that felt like they've been here forever. But literally, those have
pallet wood crates.
yeah, literally. I was like, okay, because I was like, in this fight, I must probably look for one of these crates and there'll be some secret in there. It's like, nope, it was just nano paste and shit.
Yeah.
So with that said, Noise, I've always had 5 fucking on hard. You get 5 nano paste, like at any given time. I've never struggled with them. That's why I was kind of like disappointed on hard. I was like, it's not that hard, right? I was disappointed. Except for the final fight. We'll get to that in a minute. But did you guys upgrade your life at all? Because I've had like 130% for, I don't know, since like mission 3 or something.
Well, I fully upgraded mine. I had like
did you? Well, I did from the final fight, but when I was fighting Sam, I had like 130. It's again, I never really needed it. I never really bothered to upgrade it more until I got to the final fight. But,
Yeah, I only had like 150% on health
Mhm.
and 2 extra little slots for the
for the Gatorade, for the function,
the
what are they
Gatorade.
called? Focus mode or whatever.
Yeah,
I
that's
was
about it. And then I pretty much just put it into moves, which I'm glad
moves.
because if I didn't unlock that move, I wouldn't have beat the game.
See, and I didn't care for moves. Most of my shit was just the same, like just like you said, slide into triangle to get the instant kill for most guys, and then freaking with the arm, the pole. It was like this one move where he goes straight up go ninja, go ninja, go. You get on the floor and you swirl around with that stick, and it just does a lot of chip damage to all the enemies around you. So those were
Okay.
like the only things I did: slide, the go ninja, and then fucking just your standard combo. Slice, slice, slice. I didn't care.
Yeah, I didn't use our producer saying that he didn't use any extra weapons from the bosses. Neither did I, and I got an achievement for it, or not an
Oh,
achievement,
really?
but I got like something at the end.
A title.
Yeah, your score was like
Okay.
you did this, and that, and so yeah, it was like beat the game without using any of the special weapons. I was like, oh, okay, I did that.
The side does. I think the side works a little bit against Sam, not too much. It does work a little. It works on most bosses for the most part. The side, but yeah, I was interested to know that when you kill Sam, he, according to Raiden, wasn't even full cyborg. He had very minimal cyborg enhancements.
Oh,
So
right, that's
Sam
what
was
made
just
it
a beast,
so.
dude.
Yeah, he was just
Sam
pretty
was
much a
beast for
badass. He was just wearing
sure.
mostly armor.
Yeah, yeah. And it was interesting too that the dog was like he was just kind of like this dog that's got AI now, or that's kind of starting to think for its own, was very interesting because he was just like he's like was this necessary? And he's like, are you mad at me for killing him? He's like, I don't think there's a right answer. He's like, I'm not mad at you, but I'm also don't get why you had to kill each other, because he doesn't know. And as humans, we're like, one of us was gonna have to die. Well, that's just the way we work, you know. We size each other up, and one of us had to go. You know,
it was
very
weapons.
It was what?
Improvised weapon. That's what it is.
Improvised.
Sorry, that was bugging me, so I had to look it up.
but yeah, when it said, go ahead, good.
Fuck, what were we talking about?
Sam. The
it was very Solid Snake and Gray Fox.
Sure, yeah.
There were two soldiers on opposite sides.
Yeah, Naomi tells you that. Yeah, Naomi says like, "Are you really gonna have to do this?" Like, yeah. Right. It's like, you don't get it. That's just what soldiers do. You know, like no hate, or even Big Boss with the boss. No hate, no fucking. It's just
his job.
This is my mission, and that's her mission. Yep. One of us has to see it through. You know,
loyal to the end.
But yeah, when I saw it was ID locked and I didn't get it, I was like, "What?" So I was kind of pissed. I was like, "Dude, I want this sword," you know. So
yeah, I was doing the same thing.
I was like, "Well, I haven't been using him anyway, so I don't care." I'll just struggle with this dinky blade that I got because I'm saving up for the fucking fox blade, and I still don't have enough.
You still don't have it? Jesus,
no,
man,
because I kept putting him into moves and shit, and I was like, "God damn it, stop spending on the moves."
That thing makes it that fox blade is one shot. You literally just go ninja mode, just go slice, 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 and you just kill everything. It's super fucking nice.
Nice.
No, and then so Solaris, that's the name of the place we were going to, right?
Right.
So I did have a big chuckle when the security guards are eating his peaks and shit. And then the fucking wolf just puts his face against the window, and he just and he puts the fucking picture of Raiden. It's like, Mr. Raiden? I was like, dude,
are you right? Yeah, Mr. Raiden. But what is it? What does he say? Is it like Hikachi? So kawaii. Remember?
Oh, like, yeah. I think those were his spots.
Read that magazine, yeah.
Just the manga. He's just like, oh.
But it's just so stupid. It's like, obviously that's not fucking Raiden, bro. And
yeah, he like literally holds a picture up, like, bro, come on.
And here's another point that I was thinking about too. That I'm like, wait a minute, this is a security guard, and there was obviously some gate, some big cement gate that needs to be opened. The wolf jumped over it, and then Raiden just forces it open. So what the fuck does that gate do then? You know,
like the guard on the inside.
Yeah, that too. That too. Man.
The guard should have been on the outside, going like, "Hey, you can't go in there."
Or at minimum, sound an alarm like shit, beep. You know, someone's coming. You know, someone that can't stop, someone that can jump over this fucking thing. You know?
So, were you guys happily surprised?
I was.
Well, again, remember, I was trying to figure out who that was. I kept calling them. No, I actually didn't mind her. She didn't look weird to me. She didn't have bug eyes and big old fucking head and shit. She looked like normal.
You just described a child.
Sunny was like 7, dude. She should have outgrown her bug eye and big head mode.
And big head mode.
But no, because remember I kept calling people and they were like, "Oh, will she be?" Like, I was playing the non-pronoun game because I didn't say she. I just kept saying, "Oh, will they help? Will they?" Because the Codec Calls kept saying like, "I wonder if she'll help us. I wonder if she's available. I wonder." And I was like, "She." I'm like, "It's Sunny. It's Sunny." I'm like, "Fuck you. Say it's Sunny." I kept calling everybody, and I think it was finally Courtney was the one that was. She was like, she kept playing the pronouns, and then finally she's like, "Well," she's like, "Hey," she's like, "So she's a genius, right? Like, what happened?" And he's like, "Oh, I rescued Sunny from." Like, yes, bitch, I knew it. It was fucking Sunny. So I was surprised that she was seeing this game. What's funny though is I
Oh.
had seen pictures of Sunny on the internet. Didn't know that they were real. I thought they were just fan art.
I was
And
gonna
so-
say I have confession to make because
Mhm.
yeah, you were asking about the character that's returning,
Mhm.
and I had to play dumb
Oh, okay. So you
because
did know.
also I don't remember how many episodes ago we were looking at the cards. Remember, I was like, what was I saying?
Oh,
We were looking at the
yeah.
cards for what? What was it
for the mobile, I believe it was.
right for social ops.
Mm-hmm.
And Sunny was there, and you guys had already seen it, and I was like, oh fuck, like, well, too late. Like, I don't think they'll figure out where this is from.
No, see, and dude, Big Brother's listening because I 100% saw it somewhere else on the internet. It popped up on my feed somehow,
Okay.
and I was like, and I thought it was just concept art. I thought it was just fan made, and I was like, I didn't think it was real. I was like, oh, yeah, cool, whatever. And then
Yeah,
like,
'cause
I was
when
like,
I
oh
s-
shit, it is her.
Yeah, because when I saw it in those cards, I was like, what the fuck? And then at the same time, I was like, oh, and I was like, ah, yes, okay. And like, I made that whole connection. And then you mentioned that, yeah, the pronoun game and someone is going to return. And I was like, wait, who? And then it took me a second. And I was like, ah, yes. That's why that card came up.
And by the way, that ship that we launch in was so anticlimactic. Actually, like I expected like a big like orbit scene and us like nope. It's like you launch. It doesn't look like it goes that fast. I get it. That's the initial phase, and then we're in fucking Pakistan. That's it.
Would you have wanted it to be better like the MGO catapults?
The MGO catapults. No, like I said, I
Dude,
didn't
are they going to
expect,
bring
like,
those back in the new one?
Oh, those were fun as hell. But yeah, no, like I said, I didn't mind Sunny. I thought she was perfect. I thought she was well done. Yeah, I had no beef with Sunny.
She's into those brown boys, though.
I know, right? The first with the she gives Metal Gear Mark 3 to,
Yeah,
and then fucking this one. I forgot about fucking Jar Jar Binks until the end. I really forgot about his ass, dude. I really
George?
did. Yes, and I was like, oh shit, Jar Jar Binks, god damn it! I was like, yeah, when he comes out, Misa's so funny. I was
the
like,
kid who looks and sounds and has my son's name.
yeah, but yeah. So like I said, yeah, we get Solaris, and we get this rocket ship thingy. I don't know. Apparently, it can go Mach 7 because that's the only way we can get it's a space plane. Yeah,
it can do suborbital flights. That's all it means.
yeah, right. Yeah, again, it takes off, and it's like not that impressive. And that's it.
Would have been better if we just cut the world in half.
But yeah, so then yeah, we landed in Pakistan, I believe it was. Yeah,
There's a little bit of level, right? I honestly can't even remember that because I spent so much time on the Metal Gear and then the Senator that I was like,
very little level. It's very little
like,
level.
what,
honestly,
2 fights? Yeah,
at most. Yeah, it's pretty simple.
By the way, before we move on, because I didn't make last checkpoint last time. I finally, I had to do the whole thing. I completely forgot about that watermelon room you were talking about. So I find the watermelon, I get the thing, and I get fucking ambushed by those 3 goddamn gorillas. I forgot. As soon as they came out, I was like, fucking German. I was like, I fucking forgot. I was like, God damn it. But
what are they called again? I already forgot
Mastiffs.
again. What the mass.
But what's odd is I fucking one-shotted them. Like, no problem.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why I didn't have a problem with 3 of them this time when I had
in
a
a
problem
small
with,
room.
yeah, when I had the problem with 2 of them in a semi bigger room once the elevator reaches the top floor.
It's because this time you weren't stuck in there with them; they were stuck in there with you.
That's right.
Exactly.
Yeah. Where's my face?
But yeah, very little fights this level. There's nothing really to talk about. Nothing important. Honestly, except for I found one more of those fighting geckos and another cardboard box. But
that fighting you're talking about the dwarf geckos, right?
The dual stack, yeah.
Yeah. Before I fought Sundowner, did you guys notice when there's across the way? I couldn't figure out how to get to him.
Rocket. I just rocket his ass. He dies.
That's what I did too. Yeah.
Oh, I wanted to like physically get to him.
Yeah, me too. But I don't know if there's a way. Yeah, I don't get it.
Give you anything?
He no, not he doesn't even give like a high level of points.
Dude,
That's,
I feel like if you get all of them, you get something. Like
I
it's
think so,
really weird
too.
that one's like over there.
Exactly. And like I said, you try fighting with your blade and he's always dodging you. It's like he's got a permanent ninja mode going on.
Really?
But you can, but he's
I fought
oh,
him
you didn't have
before.
trouble?
Yeah, with the other ones that I found. Yeah.
He would always dodge my ass until I would just counter him and then fucking that would
Why
kill
were you
him.
trying to hit him with your ass?
And yeah, sure. And then one I threw a like a EMP grenade, or I forget there's EMP grenades and scramble grenades. I forget which one does what, but I threw one of the grenades and it
One
because
turns
one
off
of them
electrons, the other scrambles.
no, if
Eggs.
you read the descriptions, one of them does stink face, the Rikishi stink face. No, one of them
What?
on the description says that it disables all UGs and all cyborgs for X amount of time, and the other one stops like communications or some bullshit like that.
Yeah, the
Oh,
scrambler would
that'd
be,
be scramble
would be
then.
the
Well,
communications.
yeah. Okay, sure. And then there's the red phosphorus. Yeah. Anyways, Chris. Yeah, there you go. Stink
Okay.
face. Yes. If you guys don't know what Rikishi stink face is, look it up. It was this wrestler's ultimate move, and I think it's the funniest thing.
Oddly enough, I saw this move. I don't know where, and I was like, "Man, I'm so glad I stopped watching fucking wrestling when I did, because it's fucking fell off a hill over there." Jesus Christ.
The Rikishi. That's Booker T, isn't it? In that clip, I think. So.
Yeah. Like I think like there was already Mankind sticking his finger down people's throats and Goldust kissing men. Like it was just like, okay, where's this going? Like why?
There was already.
Why are we doing this?
What was his name? What was his name? Al Snow with the head. Yeah, he would just pull out a mannequin's head and smack you with it. I think it was something like that.
What? I missed that.
Yeah, he would. Yeah. And then they stole his head one time, and I actually felt bad. Again, this is when I was younger, so I didn't really know it was scripted. Because he was like, he's all sad, like, they stole his head, give it back, assholes. I don't remember who stole it, but I think it was Triple H or some shit.
Dude, do you guys remember what was that Jamie Kennedy movie where it's about wrestling? Like they want to go watch WrestleMania or something, and it's kind of like a road trip movie. And,
Ready to Rumble? No. Jamie Kennedy? Who the hell?
Yes.
Oh, Ready to Rumble?
Ready to Rumble.
I love that movie. I love that movie.
Fucking someone's just like, yeah, fucking wrestling's fake, and he like freaks out. He's like, wrestling's not fake.
What's his name? What's the other actor's name from Eight-Legged Freaks and Scream?
Oh, is it? Oh, from Scream.
Yeah, he's Officer whatever, Dewey.
Officer Doofus. It's
not
fucking,
Doofus. No,
no. Doofy's the one from Scary Movie, but they call him Doofus and fucking.
No, but it's Dewey
Scream.
in the movie. I believe. Officer. Oh, what the fuck's his name?
He married Courtney Cox.
David something.
Arquette.
David Arquette. Yes,
David.
Arquette. He's in that movie too.
I think he's the one who screams that he screams that, that wrestling's not fake part. Yeah. And then it's Jimmy Kennedy, right? The other guy.
I don't know actually.
Now I'm like fucking man. Fucking.
If only I had a rope.
This is important. We gotta figure this out.
You're more comfortable.
Have you ever noticed that the only things that we look up are things that are not Metal Gear related?
Metal Gear related, yeah, for the most part, yeah.
Me looking at my D&D stuff, yeah.
but yeah. Anyways, yeah. This while you look it up, yeah, there was nothing.
Oh no, it's not. So it is David Arquette, but it's Scott Conn. He is from Gone in 60 Seconds.
And
Ocean's 11.
Okay, he's in Ocean's 11. I thought so. Oh, I was gonna say, hey, by the way, the soldiers in the box. There was one soldier that I found in this level.
Yes.
By the way, I've only found like 4. In this whole game, Luis, you said you had like 4 up to like one of the first or second checkpoints. I don't know where the fuck these guys are hiding, but
I think they started for me in the the building when you start ascending the building.
Maybe
or maybe a little bit.
Again, I don't. Maybe I think before that, but I don't know. I must have missed them all crazy. But I was gonna ask you guys. You guys kill him, right?
Yes, but this guy was begging for his life.
Yes, I noticed. So do they all beg for life, or just this guy? Do you know? I mean,
this was the first one that I saw begging for his life.
Okay, now this is the only one that
after I killed him. I was like, maybe there was something about him that but we'll never know.
That's why I'm asking, because like I would usually when I first found my box, I went into cut mode and then I fucking chopped it and then he comes out. I was like, because it's all slow motion. I was like, oh, chop, 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 chop. So I never gave anybody a chance to beg. This was the only one that for some reason I cut the box and then I didn't kill him and then he was begging. I'm like, whoa, what the fuck? So I don't know if they all do it. Interesting. Did you notice that, Chris? Did they beg? Did this one beg? Did you kill him?
It was a situation for me where I just killed him too. Yeah, because I usually just happened upon the box accidentally and I would just be chopping and then you killed a guy and okay.
Yeah, but yeah. So then
you killed the guy.
Chris is
like in 3 when I actually
I was about to say
Well, I mean,
imagine the river Styx for this game, dude.
oh, dude, that's what I was gonna say. In this game, it's like you killed someone, right? And it's like, and I've killed like fucking 15 before this guy. Dude. It's like I literally killed 15 like one room away, dude. But yeah, so then here's where you find Wolf all beat up, and I will admit, I was like, no, I was like, Wolf. I'm like, no, I was actually like really liking this AI, you know. And yeah, Senor McMahon Armstrong comes out. Now, I do have a confession to make as well. I knew you fought McMahon because I'd seen a meme of the nanomachine's son.
Wasn't it McCain?
McCain? No, Armstrong.
I know, but
Oh,
that's what you kept calling him because you couldn't think of
yeah,
McMahon.
yeah. I couldn't think of him again. But so I'd seen that clip of the nanomachine's son and him getting all buffy and shit. But I still wasn't sure if he was going to be the final boss. I was still expecting something else, possibly. So, like I said, I knew we fought him. I just didn't think he'd be the final
Well, apparently
boss.
you knew last week that you'd already passed the next
Yeah,
mission.
yeah.
When you told us you only went part of the way into it.
No, I don't think I said that.
You did. You like, oh, I started the next mission.
That's what you said. You said
Yeah,
you started
I-
it, and then you saw something, and then you stopped.
Yeah.
I think I did want to avoid that I beat it, yeah. Because I didn't want to say it was a fight. I didn't want to say it was a boss fight. I think that's what it was. I think I was
We could have just
avoiding,
said I beat the next mission.
I guess so.
And not said what happened.
That's true.
Well, it kept us on our toes, so yeah.
I was under pressure. You know, I was under pressure. I was like, maybe Sam's still a good guy. I don't know. Maybe Sam's still alive. I don't know.
Oh, right, because I threw out a red herring. I was like, what if reverse betrayal?
Yeah.
Got
Which
you guys
kind of
thinking
was
about
what
it.
happened.
It was
I was
kinda,
like, yeah, it really was what happened. So yeah, so for this fight, what was it again? Excelsior fight, Metal Gear. I was intrigued because I called. I was like making phone calls, and everybody was like, "This thing is huge. You can't take a hit from it. Blah blah blah. This and this.
That's a huge bitch."
But Doctor said some interesting stuff because I was also curious. I'm like, wait a minute, it's like a giant Metal Gear. I'm like, is that even viable? What's the purpose of a giant Metal Gear when we've gone small? You're right. And Doctor was the one that brought up this whole concept of like, yeah, like technology and machines have gotten smaller and smaller and smaller. Now we have UGs, the unmanned gears, the dwarf geckos, and the fucking.
Well, they were still using rays.
Yeah, well, exactly. But like he says that for a while there, the arms race wanted smaller, faster Metal Gears or whatever. But now that the cyborg era has kicked off, and not everyone, but you know, there's cyborg enhanced are going out the rails. They realize what's the point of having an army of what are the other ones called? The geckos. What's the point of having an army of geckos if a single cyborg can take them out?
Right.
So then they said, well, let's go back to the drawing board, the square one, and make something big because a cyborg can't take out. You know, it's like the whole rock paper scissors.
I don't really remember, but is it like kind of like Raiden's fault, like Raiden and like Dr. Clark and all this other stuff, like the
cyborg stuff.
Yeah, that why the cyborgs have risen. Like I don't
I
remember
didn't
if
get
they
anything
touch
like
on that at all.
I didn't get any like that, but again, it could be some more calls that I've missed. But
because it seems like they should have fucking touched on this way before. I mean, with Gray Fox, it was like, right? Jesus Christ, Gray Fox is fucking insane.
You know what it was? I think well, Dr. Ware even says some important stuff that again, it was so well put. He goes, even with the Patriots censorship lifted, he goes, I am still not authorized, or I still can't access top secret, DARPA information. He's like, just because they're gone doesn't mean that information is just everywhere for everyone, you know? But I think I did remember a Codec Call talking about that the Patriots, the AI being destroyed, did lift a lot of the technology, including Dr. Clark's research, i.e. cyborgs. So I don't think it was Raiden necessarily, but I think it was the destruction of the AIs that lifted this and allowed for more cyborg research to be abundant in other countries and sciences. Okay. Like, oh shit, let's do something with this.
That does make sense because it's because of Ocelot that we even got geckos. Everyone had their own fucking Metal Gear.
Yeah, exactly. But anyways, so I love the fact that like this was a rock paper scissors, like I said.
I like how in Solid 2 that was it? I think it was Otacon that said like every .com has their own Metal Gear.
Yeah.
And I remember even from back in the day, I just pictured like Yahoo. Like Yahoo has their own Metal Gear. What would that be? Just a fucking giant exclamation, like a purple exclamation point.
Oh, by the way, did you?
and
dude,
it never answers your shit correctly. It's just
Yeah.
you ask it a question and it gives you a Yahoo
So-
answer.
Can
Speaking
you
of
imagine Ask
exclamation,
Jeeves having a Metal Gear?
oh, just a giant, yeah,
Just a giant butler.
yeah, exactly. No, did you guys notice that Courtney's cup is a freaking exclamation point is the handle? The handle's the exclamation point.
Wait, what is?
Courtney's coffee cup.
No shit, I didn't notice that.
It's an exclamation point. Yep, it's the classic.
Huh.
Yeah. So I'm telling you, the love in this game was all over it. But like I said, like everything made sense because, like, yeah, this giant Metal Gear is there to overpower any cyborgs because that's the check and balance, you know. So it was cool. The fight itself was, eh. Oh, actually, we're skipping on some storyline real quick because
Well, I want to touch on something real quick. You mentioned
Go ahead.
that it was like rock paper scissors.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's a case
Pokemon?
that Cyborg beats Gecko
Mm-hmm.
and Giant Metal Gear beats Cyborg,
Mhm.
does that mean Gecko beats Cyborg or Giant Metal Gear?
Maybe
the dual stack dwarf
The dual
geckos
stack.
beat Cyborg.
I
Apparently,
guess.
because Jeremy can't seem to get close enough.
Well, he also says that because the Metal Gears kept getting smaller and smaller, and they were more cyborg like that they didn't even need nuclear weapons anymore. He was like, Metal Gear has gone a full 360 from a nuclear deterrence to actual, you know, combatant. You know, they actually the geckos are actually out there fighting and shit, right?
What if they they became so tiny that they became the size of an actual Metal Gear?
Dude, I was gonna say, dude, what if the Metal Gears got so small that they became nano machines themselves, right?
Oh, right.
Dude, that's you know, that would be a full circle right there, you know.
Dude, the meme right now on Reddit is literally a guy who looks like Kojima. Because it all started with like people keep saying my boyfriend looks like Kojima, and like now they're like milking it because they're like, dude, you look like fucking Kojima. So now the meme is like this guy fucking looks like Kojima with his hands up, you know, like the pure cinema fucking meme with Kojima. I'm sure Chris has not seen it, but German probably ran into it. But yeah, it's like Kojima holding his hands up, going pure cinema. But it's this guy who looks like him, but sometimes he's like holding like an actual like a cog, like just like a metal. Like,
oh, really?
cog. It's just like it's like, is that a Metal Gear reference?
Yeah. Right? No shit. No, but Chris, to answer your question, yeah, how? I get. Well, this I believe, according to Doc, this Excelsior Metal Gear is there was plans, like there was like some circulation, some proposal from DARPA or something like that, but no one had actually had the funds to build it because they were like, I don't think we need it. We're okay with our current, you know, UGs.
Yeah.
And then, fuck, dude, I was driving me nuts. World Mark, what is it? World something. World Hunter. No, but anyways, they were the ones that
World
had the
Wrestling
funds.
Federation?
No. Well, I know, right? No. But here's what made me laugh. So Armstrong comes out and says that, like, oh, like, you know, or I think Boris tells you that the Air Force One, what is it called? Air Force One? Force One has been turned around.
Oh, the plane, yeah.
Yeah, and he's like, how did that happen? You know, and then Armstrong's like, you know, like
the pilot just, you know, turned the steering wheel.
Yeah. No. So they kind of faked a fucking attack, which is funny.
False flag.
That was enough to get Air Force One to turn around. Yet Boris, Raiden, Courtney, Kevin, none of these assholes could figure out a way how to warn the president that some shit was going down. But, you know, like remember, they were like, every back channel is clogged and we have no way to fucking warn the president. But yet, like, this fake, you know, terrorist attack was enough to be like, oh, let's turn the fuck around, you know?
Yeah.
Like I said, I thought that was kind of funny, but he pulls a total, what's that movie? Oh my God, I'm not Born Identity, where he predicts murders. No, where he Tom Cruise predicts murders. Born Supremacy.
Minority Report.
He's like, the Minority Report. He goes, show me, and he expands his arms, and he's like got like a million screens and shit.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. I thought that was kind of funny. I was like, hey, it's like that's he did the thing. He's like, he's got fucking multi screens and shit.
He did the thing with the hands.
Yeah, you know, the future, what we all want, right? But
I got multi screens.
But yeah, no, not like Raiden does though.
Like Raiden?
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had like 20 screens up at once.
Yeah, he has a shitload. Like Minority Report. That's what we're talking about.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Noise was checked out of this conversation. He was running on autopilot.
I knew we were talking about that, but when you said Raiden, I was still like, no, we're talking about Tom Cruise in Minority Report.
Okay, I get you.
And I was like, wait, who?
Yeah. But yeah, so freaking yeah, so you're getting you're getting all these people like saying like, oh, fucking they want war, whatever, kill the terrorists, blah blah. And it's like, god damn,
War.
like,
God.
yeah,
Good God.
yeah.
Y'all. You all.
You all. Dang it. We did
But
it
yeah,
again.
especially what's going on right now. But anyway, so yeah, freaking what's his name here, Armstrong. Yeah, I thought I don't know, I liked him overall. I am still
Well, wait,
curious
did
as
Chris
how he.
talk about the Metal Gear fight?
Oh no, shit, no, sorry. Let's go to the Metal Gear
Oh
fight.
yeah, Metal Gear. It was an interesting fight.
Oh yeah, I still gotta say some stuff about it. Yeah.
I thought it was annoying you couldn't dodge anything.
Yes,
that
until
was-
I found out that you can.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
here's
with
what's
that one
interesting.
thing, yeah, but normal
you
like
can-
running around you can't.
No, but what's funny is his attacks, his like when he's using his blades, they glow yellow, and we've been told yellow is unblockable. You
Right.
can block these, and I was
Yeah.
like, what the fuck? So
No,
I
no,
was just
you
kinda
can
pissed.
block them, but you take damage.
You still
Yeah.
take damage.
Yeah.
That's what I was telling Chris. I was like, dude, I'm blocking them, but I'm taking hella fucking damage. So it's just like, it's not even fucking worth it.
Yeah, even on easy mode, I used 3 of those nano
paste.
paste pack things. Yeah.
Yeah. So the move is the square X attack, which for those on PC, it's the XA attack. And yet
West south.
you literally do like a downward swipe and dodge at the same time.
Now, does it
And you
counter
take
them or?
Yeah, it does. It'll counter them. Or it'll just pull you completely out of the way. So I was able to pretty much because the one that I had trouble with is dodging the double blade downward slice that it was doing.
Yeah.
Because it's locked onto you, and you're like, I can't
yeah.
do shit. Like I can't go anywhere. At least the ones with the single blades, you can just kind of make them try to crisscross.
Yeah,
and you can
yeah,
just
you
run
can
left
totally
and right.
Yep.
And then the
Yep,
ones that
yep.
comes from the side, if it's a single blade, you can jump over it.
Yeah.
And if it's dual blade, just keep holding ninja run, and you
Yep.
automatically run through them.
Yeah, that's what I did that kind of by accident. And I was like, oh, whoop, okay, that works. The first one he did was the dual, and I was holding run, and like I jumped through. I'm like, oh, okay, that works.
Yeah.
So then I was like, I got it. I got this one.
Chris, what else?
But his feet. What did you? His feet were
that one, those ones too. You could just do the dodge move on them because I was like,
yeah. For sure on the feet, I noticed I did chip damage when I blocked them. For me, it wasn't that much. So I don't know. It's interesting.
No, it was the same. Yeah, chip damage with the feet, but I was just blocking everything. I knew I had the 5 pace, so I wasn't too worried about it unless the fight dragged on too long. But then you see his health bar, or it shows the percentage or whatever. And again, I thought it was kind of anticlimactic. Like it wasn't very. There wasn't a lot to it. Yeah.
well, there was
like
after the feet part, then they start sending geckos at you.
Yeah.
And then there's
Yeah.
like lasers and shit.
Yeah. Which he destroys his own
the
geckos
lasers
too,
were
which is
annoying.
funny.
I never got.
Yeah. And
So-
for me,
so
I had Fox Blade, so I was just slicing them.
Yeah, the laser thing, it goes straight twice, like straight at you twice. So pretty much just be on the left or the right.
Okay.
And then it does a sweep across and basically just jump in the air and just do little attacks.
So you stay in the air.
So you stay in the air, and that's how you can like, dude, trust me, I spent fucking so long on this fight that I can just not one shot, but I could just like do this with maybe getting hit once or twice.
Sure.
Wow.
I think I only died once, and it was once the geckos. For me, I died once, and it was the geckos. Because I was
died
like
a lot of times.
because I was again, I was locking on, and the camera. I was fighting the camera angles, and I got hit by those lasers more than I should have.
Oh, dude, that too. The cameras
Yeah, the camera just kept
with
fucking-
Sam, it was getting me killed.
Oh yeah. But yeah, so I kind of agree with Chris. I thought actually the first Metal Gear Ray fight was better than this one, in my opinion, because it was cool for a new Metal Gear. I expected a little bit more. I will admit. Dude, the guy that played through him doing the same thing you did, Noise. He jumps in the air and he slashes to stay in the air.
That's the only fucking way I could figure it out. I was like, how do I stay in the air?
And but what was funny is like, yeah, when you chop off like the second leg or the arm, is it the arm?
No, you chop off
the
the
arm.
legs.
Well, you chop off the legs and then you pull the arm off, right? No, you completely sumo fucking suplex his ass.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah,
You
right.
flip them around. Yeah.
You completely. When I saw that, I'm not gonna lie, I was like, all right, Metal Gear, like calm the fuck down.
That wouldn't work. Yeah.
Really, that's what got you guys? It wasn't the Zandatsu with its own blade?
No, but that was after.
Well, I mean,
that was
that too,
after.
yeah, but-
that part to me, I was like, what in the fuck? Why am I still holding this? Like, I could just let it die. But I was like, I spent like maybe like 40 seconds just like chopping this thing to slowly
Yes.
swinging
Yeah,
it like,
same.
ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh. I was like, I'm only going to do this once. I
Yeah.
might as well just fucking keep going. Like, ugh.
Yeah. Well, so in the beginning, in the beginning, when you're fighting Metal Gear, Ray, and freaking and you do some your first Sandatsu moves and chop off his armor and all that cool. I'm like, all right, cool. And then remember I said he kept coming back like 3 times, but then you finally slice him in half because you also like I think you also hold like one of his attacks and you're like smash triangle and you're like all right. It's like I'm a cyborg, cool. Ray, but this giant thing fucking suplexing this fucking thing. I was like, get the fuck out of here. I was like, come on, bro. Come on.
You're right, bro.
I was like, yeah, no, I was like, fuck you. But then, like you said, then you fucking pull off one of his lobster claws.
Pretty much.
and I was like, dude, this is stupid, man. I was like, get
Crap
the fuck
battle.
out of here. Yeah, man. It was so dumb, dude.
I don't know.
Again,
I actually
comically
enjoyed
dumb.
this as much as this was pissing me off and everything.
Uh-huh.
Once I figured it out, I like this fight better than the Ray fight.
Ray, really? No.
Just
I
because
still like the Ray one, yeah.
I think you guys might have enjoyed it more had you used that move.
Maybe.
Because then it's all about precision. Now it's more
That's
about
true, yeah.
countering.
Sure.
Because otherwise you're just brute forcing it, which I was trying to do.
I did.
And I was like, I can't do this, especially with, again, no fucking rations because I used them all up on fucking Sam. So I got no fucking rations. And I couldn't destroy the geckos in time to get some fucking
some
health
Gatorade,
or Gatorade from them. Because
Yeah.
he would fucking kill them, and at that point you can't do anything.
You
They're
can't.
done for. So it's like, fuck.
Well, you know what? It kind of just reminded me, like, had they maybe explained, like, oh, its metal is so strong it can only be cut by it. No, just do the classic Incredibles, right? When Mr. Incredible defeats that robot with has them stab itself,
Yeah.
You dirty dog.
But the fact that he said he grabs his arm to block a few hits, fine. But then he goes Sandatsu mode. I was like, I just kept switching. I'm like, I want to see how many I can get. I kept going. I kept going for a long time too. Now it made me laugh because this is right around the same point when I posted in Discord about the Jaguar slicing the whole world in half, right?
Yes.
And then I posted the actual intro to the Neo Contra. And you're like, how the hell is this still Contra? And I was like, how the fuck is this still Metal Gear, dude? I'm suplexing a giant walking spider and then using his fucking arm to chop it in half. And I was like, how is this Metal Gear? I was like, that made me laugh. I was like, man, fucking game.
This makes sense.
But yeah. but yeah, you fucking chop up this Metal Gear and yeah. So I mean that was that. It was, again, I only died once because the lasers. Otherwise I had no issues with him. Yeah. And then after that, yeah, you get your first fight with Armstrong. Your first little visual of how strong he is, right? Is this where he says nanomachine son? I believe so, right?
Nanomachine son. It's nanomachine.
Well, what's funny, when I'd seen the clip of it online.
That's what makes me so great.
The way he says it's nanomachine son, I thought he was doing like a black thing. But I think it's because he's a senator, he's older, so he's calling us son, I guess. I don't know. Like,
okay, I get what you're saying, yeah.
Yeah, because I always thought it was just like, I'm like, is this guy like black or something? Like, nanomachine, son. I was like, what? Okay.
I could see it more if you just dropped the N-word on him.
Shut the hell. Now, if you said boy, then that's more of a sundowner thing.
Yeah.
By the way, yeah, he comes out of like the round cockpit. Reminded me totally of Peace Walker, obviously. I don't know if that was done on purpose or not, but I definitely got a little Peace Walker vibes to it. Yeah, he comes out and he does a full-blown sumo fucking stomp before he powers up. I was like, what the fuck?
Straight up Yokozuna.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, I also got, he kind of gets powered up by the Metal Gear itself. It almost looked like he was going to pilot it like
it reminded me of Volgan, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I thought that's what was going to happen, and it didn't. So that's what I forgot about
piloting that giant Metal Gear with the cables.
But yeah, you get your first, and this was another scripted fight. So I will admit I didn't like it because you can't do shit to him. It was meant for you to lose. Because he grabs your blade and he snaps it, right? And you're like, oh my god, like he grabbed the blade with his bare hands, you know?
Yeah. He's like, oh.
Ooh, but
Not the term I would use, but okay.
no, but okay, Chris. Here's one for you. Chris. So one of the very first moves he does is he headbutts you, and as he headbutts you, his head gets all black. Right?
Yep.
He goes blackface. No,
I guess it is a black thing.
did please tell me you got Full Metal Alchemist from this.
Oh,
Vibes.
I didn't even think about that, but yeah.
Greed. So Noise hasn't. You've never watched Full Metal Alchemist, right?
Not all the way through, no.
Okay. Yeah, there's this one character who.
That's what I thought too. Bacon. Yep.
Hakai? What's Hakai? What's that from?
Hockey. It's from One Piece.
It's from Canada.
Hockey. But yeah, when I saw that, I was like, oh man, I'm like, that's fucking. I thought he was using nanomachines or some kind of enhancements to control the carbon in his skin, making it harder than the diamonds, which is what one character does in Full Metal Alchemist. And I was like, oh, that's what he's doing. But they just said it was hard. They didn't say anything about carbon. They should have totally done the carbon thing. But anyways,
yeah. I did like the explanation though. It's like it's like the nanomachines detect when
damage or
like
something. Trauma. That's what they say. Yeah,
when blunt force trauma is about to happen, and so it like hardens like insanely fast.
Now, when they because I did make Codec Calls as well,
which I think is way cooler than I think is way cooler than fucking Iron Man's nano machine suit. Fuck Iron Man shit.
Now when they were talking about like they had sensing trauma and all that stuff, I was like maybe that's gonna be the way to beat him is like focus them all on his left hand, for an attack or some shit that would leave none available for his heart, for his other parts of the body. You know what I'm saying? Like force him to use them on a certain section so other sections are
imagine him in a car crash.
In a car crash.
He'd be like Wolverine in that first X-Men movie.
Yeah.
He'd just fly up.
Keep going. I'm searching for something real quick.
What I want to know, would he still be weak to fire? Like, would he still be susceptible to that?
Right, because is it like high velocity?
Yeah, well, if he's safe from blunt force trauma, right, or swords or whatever, because they're protecting him, can they also regulate his temperature enough that if he's in a fire, he's also going to be safe?
I would say
like
so. I would say like not building in like some kind of heat.
If he snaps his fingers,
things, would it make a spark? Now he's really going Full Metal Alchemist.
If he punched himself, would it hurt?
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, it's a scripted battle, and because he snaps your sword and you go have a fist fight with him. And I was like, dude, if I couldn't hurt him with the fucking sword, okay, Noise.
Dude, the fast punching, like the fucking Matrix fast punching.
Yes, okay, no. So Noise. When I got to this part and I got to the fist fight, I was like, okay, I want to know what Noise has to say because I remember how much you hated fucking the two old people fighting, but then we have these fucking cyborgs here fighting, right? I thought it was kind of funny.
Is funny.
This was funny.
This whole game is a joke. Like it's not. Like it's not a joke. Like it's a shitty game. It's just it wasn't taken so serious, self-aware that it's just this is fine.
Agree. Now, what's funny, Noise, when I was replaying this last night when we were trying to do the episode, and so I was just trying to get to this final boss fight again, right? And I got to that section, and I was trying to like reboot voice meter and all that shit, right? So this was playing in the background, the game, right? And I got to the part where you got to punch him, and if you're not mashing X, it is the funniest thing, dude. Raiden is like you said, he is like Snake or Ocelot. He's literally like, but he's still got the blue like aura on his fist, and he's just like, and Armstrong's just standing there. It goes on for a long time.
It's like trying to punch someone in a dream.
Yes,
you just can't. Like you're like, oh, why can't I make?
Yes, I've had that dream. Believe me. But what was so funny is like I'm surprised that wasn't an achievement or like an alternate cutscene of like Armstrong going like, dude, are you even trying or something? Because it was just because when you're mashing it, you clearly see him like, but when you're not mashing it, it's the funniest thing to see, right? And just be like, like baby wimp punches. It's fucking hilarious.
That's funny. It makes me think of like when you fail the button prompts on like Heavy Rain or some shit like that. Have you seen those?
No, I never.
So like, you know what Heavy Rain is, right?
Yeah, I know of it.
Yeah, and so like, obviously you have to like do these button prompts. They're all like quick time events and shit. But the story has to keep moving on. Like, there's no failure state in those games. Basically, it's just the character fails the thing that you were doing, but it keeps going. And
It's
there's
kind of,
there's this scene in Heavy Rain where you are chasing some guy through like a market and whatever and this and that. And if you just don't do the button prompts, he's like tripping over people. He's like falling into the fruit section. It's like there's like he slips on spilled milk. It's the most ridiculous fucking
That's
thing.
funny.
Like just watch some of
Okay.
those scenes, like just Heavy Rain missing prompts or
Yeah.
whatever fuck it's called. It's just like this is because it's the story keeps going.
Yeah.
You
I've
can't
never
fail
played
that
it, but
game.
it's like Life is Strange or
Yes.
Two Souls. Yeah.
Yeah, well, Two Souls came after Heavy Rain. It's the
Yeah,
same
Heavy Rain was the first
company.
one, right? Like the first
No,
one that I know.
actually,
No.
Indigo Prophecy was the first one in.
Oh.
Actually, I think there might have been one before, but on PS2.
Oh.
Indigo
Okay.
Prophecy, then Heavy Rain on PS3, Beyond Two Souls on PS4, and then Detroit.
Dude,
Become Human.
there's Life is Strange like 2 or so. There's Life is Strange has got a bunch of freaking DLC.
But that's a different company.
Expansions. Oh yeah, no, but I'm saying
but
like
I wanted to
just that
play
game.
those. Yeah,
I can't play those games, dude,
why not?
because I'm indecisive as hell, and if I get something, I'm like, oh, what happens if I go the other way? You know, like,
Dude, don't play The Walking Dead season 1.
I did, and that's why I couldn't play that either. Because I'm like,
Dude.
no, I got to go back and do the other.
So brutal when you make decisions. You're just like, fuck, that guy's dead now.
Yeah. But then it pisses me off because then I'll reload a checkpoint and I'll do the opposite thing, and sometimes they'll die anyways. I'm like, well, fuck you, game. You can't do that. Like,
Right, but usually what gets affected is how people around you react.
Sure, stuff like that.
You know what I mean? It's like, oh, you tried to save Kevin, and it's like Doug liked that, and it's just like, okay,
yeah,
awesome, he died anyways.
yeah. But yeah, so fucking Armstrong here, like I said, the whole speech that honestly I don't even want to get into too much, but there's a lot of.
It was written by Trump's writers.
It's interesting to know too that this game or his motives, not this game, his motives was not even like
we're the bad guy again, guys. We're the bad guy again.
We're the bad guy.
Well, he's trying to prevent what do you say? He's trying to prevent war by
tariffs.
Yeah, he's trying to avoid tariffs. but yeah, he's causing war to prevent future war.
Sure.
Basically, right? He's cracking a few eggs to make an omelet, basically.
Yeah.
Which is funny because when you hear him, like he's very sincere, and you're kind of like,
yeah.
It's another big boss thing where you're like, he is kind of right.
Yeah.
You know, it's solid as same thing. Like, are we the bad guy again? Especially when Raiden's like, I don't give a fuck. I'm just gonna kill you. You know, I don't care if you're trying to save the world. I'm gonna murder you. And Raiden has no reason to. He literally could just walk away or join him.
Well, that you get that fake out for a minute there too, which is interesting, right?
Oh, right.
Because
what does he say?
Well, because he's like, you're right. I was wrong about you or something like that. Gives Armstrong gives him his hand, and you grab it like all manly, fucking you son of a bitch moment.
I thought he was gonna I thought he was gonna leave him hanging like the director.
Oh no! And then he goes,
he's gonna suplex him like he did the robot.
Yeah, he should have put suplexes. But he goes, you're batshit insane.
Yeah, you're batshit insane. Which, by the way, this is one thing I really enjoyed about this game is the cutscenes with people talking.
Mm-hmm.
There's no dead air. Like it's especially since this game is high octane. Like the cuts are quicker.
Mm-hmm.
There's overacting and whatever. But that's kind of like what I wanted out of like 2 and 4. I wanted like a middle ground between the dead airness of 2 and 4.
Mm-hmm.
With the high octane of this game, like just something in the middle, like the way 1 and 3 were. You know, like there was very rarely any like weird pauses and just like why is the camera lingering on this character?
That's the thing. It would linger longer, yeah, because the lingering isn't the problem. I kind of agree with you where like it would go longer than it should have, and I still love 4, but yeah, no. So because I was gonna say the speech is like you said, he's. At first, it's the whole like, oh, you're doing this for money. You're gonna kill innocent people for me. He's like, money? He's like, nah, man, it's not about fucking money, dude. He's like you said, it's about putting America first, making America great, making.
Say it. Say it. What did he say?
He says, make America great, man.
We're gonna make America great again.
Well, Raiden says one thing too. He's like, how the hell did you get elected, right? And I was like, God damn it, game, stop doing this, you know. And no, he's like, because he starts saying he's like, fight for what you believe in, because that's what I'm doing, and it's true. He's fighting because he truly believes this is the only way to fucking, like you said, is he a bad guy? You know, at the end of the day, I will admit I love that it wasn't just a classic like it's for money, it's for contracts, it's for to make my company bigger or whatever but yeah he picks you up and he like dusts you off. He's like join me and I knew you weren't gonna join him, but I thought you were gonna suplex him or something noise Chris as well. I was like dude come on do it do something like pull him in for a punch. Do it.
No, when he offered that, I knew it was one of those like, oh, he's not going to join his side. Like clearly, I wasn't like.
What if
I
that's
didn't buy
the way
it
the
for
game
a
ended?
What if that's what it ended for being on playing it on easy, Chris? We'd be having a whole different podcast.
Oh my
right now.
god! If we had a different, it's like he'd be like, "Wait, what?" Like it's like, yeah, there's more fight, Chris.
Yeah, Chris is like, "No, man." He goes, "It's just credits, and there's a picture of them like fucking in the White House." I'm like, "What the fuck?"
They're fucking in the White House.
Yeah, they're literally like on the Oval Desk and everything, like going full force, dude.
The Oval
Full
Office.
force. So,
there you go.
So wait, who's giving it to who? Because if he gives it to the senator, it would be that like the black stuff would be coming out to protect him, right? Because of the blunt force trauma.
No.
Or the other way around. If he's
not
giving it
gonna
to
lie.
Raiden.
That's more like I believe. I don't think Raiden has a dick, dude. Like, what would be the point?
Not even a
I
Robo
guess.
one?
Huh?
Not even a
No,
Robo one?
no. What's the point of a robot dick? Just fucking have a piss hole. That's all.
It's just like a conduit or like one of those the Smurf
Yeah.
tubes.
Barely.
Well, it's like he still has sensation. He still has feeling. So if they
But
gave
you
him a
don't-
Robo Dick, he could still feel it.
But why? Like he's not here to fucking. He's here to do on a mission. Why give him a dick?
Okay, what's but that's the worst thing though. That would be the worst feeling in the world, to be horny and not to be able to do anything about it.
He's on a mission. He ain't horny, man. He's fucking.
How do you know he's not horny?
He shouldn't be horny. They should get rid of his balls while they're at it.
Isn't
Well,
that
what-
why? Isn't that why they castrated people before? Because like if you made a man a eunuch,
Yeah.
like it kind of takes that out of their
takes away,
equation.
yeah.
Sure.
Their sexual tendencies.
But I mean, the way he acts, he clearly still has high testosterone.
That's what's funny.
Yeah.
That's injected through him. That's not nanomachines. Because testosterone comes from your balls, though.
Nanomachines.
Testosterone comes from your balls. So how the fuck?
It comes from other places. But yes,
It can
is-
come
Yeah,
from other
because
places,
otherwise, how is there women who have high testosterone?
I
Yeah.
guess you're right. I guess it can be
because they have big balls.
Some women have big balls.
Their
for
balls
sure.
are just ovaries.
Like Scary Movie,
Scary movie. I don't know if I remember
the
that.
gym teacher.
I haven't seen those movies in so many years. So
Yeah,
I'd
the
have to-
the gym teacher's like this like super buff,
is it?
clearly
Okay.
a man.
Uh-huh.
It's like the balls hang out of the underwear.
Oh, I don't remember,
You don't remember that scene,
but
dude? It's so
No,
crazy.
dude.
Oh my god.
I need to rewatch those movies.
Oh, shit.
But yeah, anyways, so yeah, you should totally reload that fight and just not mash triangle because it's the funniest thing ever. But yeah,
Okay.
so because I was just like, I couldn't beat him with the swords. What the fuck am I gonna do with my fist, right? So then he, by the way, how the fuck does this suit not rip? Right? Is the suit made out of nanomachines too? Because like it takes scratches here and
Raiden's?
there. No, fucking Armstrongs.
Oh,
when
yeah,
you get
yeah.
katana blades and like, how does this shirt still
I was
alive?
like, what suit are we talking about? Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
Armstrongs. But anyways, yeah, he shows off his new fucking nanomachine bullshit, whatever. And
Oh, also,
I'm
you know what?
Huh.
Before he asked him to join him, did you notice how deep into the pavement he punched his ass?
no,
Yeah,
He's-
like
he's,
because Armstrong was just like laying into him, and
Yeah.
Raiden
Yeah,
is
yeah,
like
yeah.
literally like in a memory foam mattress, like he's just like in the concrete.
oh yeah, you're right. I did get that ocelot against Old Snake, right? When he's just like on top of him, he's like, blah, blah,
Yeah,
blah, blah.
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, but Armstrong like
Huh.
just buried him into
Yeah,
the floor.
Yeah, no shit, right? But yeah, so then you get that little cutscene where the sword starts beeping. Wolf is on the ground, and the sword starts beeping, beep, 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 and it goes green. I was like, oh, I'm gonna get the sword. I'm gonna get Sam's sword. Hell yeah! I
Yep.
was hella excited for that.
Which was more powerful though.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I mean, you do unlock it for the new Game Plus, and I'm assuming you can upgrade certain skills on it. But
Oh man, maybe.
let's get into that. I was sad that there was no sheath attack that Sam did, at least from the get go. Like I totally
Like
wanted to
attack
like
with the sheath.
yeah, well, no, like sheath your sword, like go into like in Monster Hunter, like in EI mode, like sheath.
Oh,
He
yeah,
did
yeah,
that. The
sheath
first
get-
time
sheath-
he beat you, he did that.
Sam, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm sad
Oh,
we
you're
didn't
saying the
have that.
second fight. Okay. Oh,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
see what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Wait,
sad
wait,
that we didn't have that.
But we have that moved. Have you not held attack?
Hold attack? It does it? God damn it! Are you serious?
Oh my god, you guys.
Nah, I didn't hold attack, but because I was
Yeah,
fucking
just
Wait,
hold
struggling with this
square.
fucking.
wait.
And he does it?
I think Noise is messing with us.
Hold square. You guys,
Now,
dude.
I
It's
don't
an
think he
EI
is.
attack, I swear to God.
I don't think he is Chris because I was playing when I was fucking around a little bit earlier and I loaded up the machete from Downer, whatever his name is.
Sundowner.
Sundowner. And on that one, if you hold triangle, it does do a different move. And so now I'm like, fuck, maybe that
Okay.
was damn it. But anyways,
That's
so
when you
yeah,
said that, I
so-
was like, but there is.
fucking noise. But yeah, you get this what's his name? Wolf comes in and it's like playback audio or some shit like that, and you get this this audio from Sam that pretty much says he was gonna take down Armstrong if we didn't. That was his whole plan, right? Did I get that wrong?
Yeah, it seemed like basically the winner of the fight was going to go take him down. Yeah.
Yeah. It also made me think like what did he say like that made me think like because he says like because then that blonde guy like piqued my attention or some bullshit like so pretty much like he was just kind of like you weren't ever supposed to be a player in this like everything was going according to his plan, which was the brains, the
Which,
sundowner.
by the way, was he saying that Raiden was blonde?
I guess so, right?
Because he clearly has white hair.
He
Right,
was,
but Raiden is a blonde.
that's what's so funny. Raiden is blonde, but his hair is never really blonde.
Yeah, it's white.
And MGS2, it's
been
blonde.
white. Yeah, it's definitely whiter. Dude.
That is white.
It's definitely more white than
It's not-
blonde.
It is whiter than he is.
Well, there is a thing called platinum blonde. But I don't know. It's
Yeah.
pretty yellow in MGS2, to my memory.
Now we gotta go back. Dude.
I remember it being
no,
white.
you're right. No, Metal Gear 2, he is more blonder.
I
4
don't-
is he's straight up fucking
I
In
silver.
4, it's way, yeah, it's silver.
Yeah.
He becomes like Gray Fox pretty much.
I have to look this up because I remember being white in 2 as well.
It's because that game is so mute that it
Yeah.
looks silver, but it's blonde, Chris. Like a very light blonde. It's
I
not
mean,
your
he's right about.
Oh, I
like,
see. Okay, yeah.
it is
you're right.
paler than his skin, though.
yeah.
But yeah,
But-
it is like a blonde. It's a weird blonde.
Yeah.
Pale
Yeah,
blonde.
yeah.
They have a Raiden skin in Fortnite.
Yeah, of course they do.
Yeah.
Dude, they have a snake one, dude.
Yeah, they had the snake. That one came out first. Yeah, snake skin. Who was it? My
They
nephew
almost
was like,
they almost got
"Oh,
me.
look at this." Yeah, they almost got you. He bought it. He fucking bought. Tony fucking bought it.
Oh, I know he
Fucking
did.
dumbass.
Yeah.
He sent me. He sent
And then
me
there was an
a,
M&M skin, and I was like, nope, not getting me.
he sent me. He's like.
Wait,
He's like,
Eminem is in Marshall Mathers?
Yeah,
What?
yeah. Marshall Mathers the third.
Eminem.
No, not the fucking
What?
candy. But yeah, Eminem is in Fortnite. Everyone's in Fortnite, dude.
It's the new fucking Marvel Cinematic Universe. Like everybody's in that
It's
shit.
everything universe.
Hey,
It's
and the
just
Marvel
a cinematic universe.
and the MCU is in Fortnite. Yeah,
I know they
Thanos
are.
is in there.
DC's in there too now too. Yeah.
Oh, the only one who's not in there is gonna be anything Nintendo. I still don't want. As of right now.
wow.
I mean, mods maybe, but no, it was funny
wow.
because yeah, freaking what's his name? My nephew Tony, he sent me a fucking picture of Snake doing some bullshit dance.
Right.
Some booty shaking, like some bullshit taunt, and I was like you stupid son of a bitch. He's like, get Fortnite, you heard me, Snake. I'm like, no, I'm not fucking getting Fortnite, and I'm not paying for that fucking skin, you dumbass. Dude, are you serious? Eminem, fucking noise. That's crazy, dude.
That's
Yeah,
insane.
of course, of all people who would know that is me.
But yeah,
they have them in a bunch of different outfits too.
So I was gonna say when when I originally called the guys about Sam's fight, or I think it was I don't know if it was during Sam's fight. I don't think you could do Codec Calls, so it must have been post Sam. So maybe first mission. You're talking about Sam's sword, and honestly, they gave me a lot of mumble jumbo that made no fucking sense. Right? They're like, oh, it's a katana made by Uramasa, and this and high frequency and blah blah blah. And I was like, it made no sense. I was like, are you just trying to say it's a really good sword? Here, they actually explain it 10 times better, which I was like, just say that from the fucking beginning. I think Doctor, yep, there's the snake one. Doctor says, high frequency doesn't necessarily make the item stronger or some bullshit like that. It still just retains the original quote unquote strength, and it just makes it vibrate. Obviously, it makes it vibrate so you can cut stuff and blah 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 blah.
Mhm.
So he says, so whatever you put high frequency into will the better the original, the stronger the high frequency version will be. And so Raiden's like, oh, and this sword was the best sword around, so that's why this one's. I'm like, oh, motherfuckers, just like you literally made it sound so more complicated the first time I called you guys about the sword. So that's what's going on with this sword. I don't know if you guys
No,
kind of knew
it's
or you
clearly
care.
because his sword is red and yours is blue.
Yeah.
Red is always better than blue.
Yeah, no,
Yep.
but they really explained it that it's a Muramasa blade or some bullshit like that. So the blade itself was already really well made and superior quality. So when it got the high frequency treatment, now it's better than Raiden's sword.
Yeah,
It had
which
nothing
turned it
to do-
red. Yeah.
It turns it red. But yeah, let's start on this fight. I want you guys to go, man. Fuck, dude. Fuck this fight.
Yeah, this whole thing was a pain. Like there was what 3 or 4 phases to this because you have the first phase where it's like the whole like you can't do anything, and then you break your blade, and then you fist fight him.
Oh, sure.
And then you use this blade, but then you still lose for some reason, right?
No, well, he
Right?
knocks it out. It depends. He knocks it out of your hand. So, just like the Sundowner fight, you can actually beat him without triggering certain attacks or certain
yes.
phases, if you will, of him on the main fight, the main fight.
I want to say there was another phase to it though. It might.
There's
No. Okay.
Well,
so there's the main normal fight where he does like his lava attacks, and he can like tackle you and whatever.
Yeah.
And then the next phase is when he hops away and then he throws some shit at you and you fucking.
That's right. Yeah.
You do the whatever Sandatsu thing, and he immediately is like right behind one of those things.
Yeah.
So you have to be like prepared for him.
And Skyward Sword again. Yeah, which I hate.
Yeah.
So I will say I don't.
And
I
then he's
call
in
them phases.
well, yeah, but then there's the last phase where he can heal.
Oh. Again, so yeah,
That's
we'll get
what
to that in a
it was.
minute.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Again, I don't call them phases because if you die at any point, it's from the beginning versus like other bosses that did have phases. It's a checkpoint that starts from there. And on this one, like you die,
This is the last boss fight. I mean, your checkpoints have already been fighting him on the top of the Metal Gear,
I guess. But like when you fought like what's her name, Mistral, and you do the first fight and you get to like the little bridge section. If you die on the bridge section, you start from that bridge section.
right? But with Sundowner, he had phases also. And
I never saw that. But
if you die at the second phase, you do that whole fight over again.
Do you? I never saw that second phase.
You're
right.
I was thinking like with Metal Gear Rex too, like MGS1. You know,
you
can get through the whole. You beat the.
But that's Metal Gear 1. That's not this
now. In front of you.
Yeah,
I can finally rest.
How many times
Chris,
did I do that?
You can skip
too many
cutscene.
when I fucking joined that, I remember you guys were like just fucking so pissed off. Like, what's going on? They're like, dude, you don't fucking want to know. Like,
bro, this is the third stream.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
It's no good.
No.
I can't do it.
You're like, do you know how many times we've seen this? I was like, oh.
Yeah, I'm like, Chris, skip the goddamn cutscene.
But so let's get into this fight. Okay, so the motherfucker does one.
He does what to mothers?
He does one move where he punches the ground and it creates a little spider web. No big deal. Dodge it. Easy to dodge. He does. He does another one where he punches and kind of sends a shockwave your way, which is homing, by the way, some fucking how. I don't know how the fuck that shockwave like homes into you, but it does.
Shockwave? Oh, the yellow shockwave?
Yeah.
One of the moves kind of like it'll bend towards you. It's not super lock on, but it curves at your ass.
If only there was a move you could
wanted.
use.
No, wanted? Was that what? No.
Huh?
What was that movie called? Where they bend the bullets?
Wanted.
Wanted.
Okay, yeah.
What move, Noise?
I don't
Dodge,
know.
run, ninja run?
If only there was like a move called defensive offense that you could just dodge anything.
Well, that one dodging blade. Well, again,
it's a yellow attack. You could dodge it.
I guess.
And then I can dodge anything he does. Like after learning that shit with the Metal Gear, I was like, "Oh, I got this." I did die a bunch to this fight, but with that move, like, yeah, it just.
I'm gonna go back to it then and try.
I didn't know it was coming.
But then he does the another move. This one was the one that pissed me off probably the fucking most. Is when like two of them come out sometimes and they literally encase you in fire, right?
Yes.
And you can ninja run and get to the other side of it, no big deal. But sometimes doing that makes it so that your battlefield, whatever you want to call it, is so small you can't really do shit. Because then he would walk at me nice and slowly. I'm like, fuck, I have a firewall to my left, the wall to my right, and him to in front of me. I'm like, there's nothing I can do, right? So I would get hit by his next attack or some bullshit. Or he would do his fucking grapple where he runs at you with his grapple.
His football tackle.
How did you guys dodge that one? I'm curious.
I just used Ninja Run.
I'll give you
Ninja
one guess.
Run.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say I figured it. I figured it noise. Because I would originally kind of run around and like try to jump over him, but he actually jumps at you too, and he grabs your ass, right?
Yeah.
So for me, for sure, if it wasn't for the firewalls, the easiest way to dodge that attack is to literally just ninja run, left or right. He'll miss you every single time.
Well, I did the Monster Hunter thing, and I would run at like a 45-degree angle perpendicular to him, like the opposite direction.
Okay.
And that worked like 90% of the time.
That's kind of how I was doing it at the beginning too. It was kind of like the way you would get behind Volgan when he was sending those electrical things, the magnetic things.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of what I did. Is I would just like 45 degrees, get behind him. Until I learned to just. I was like, oh, I can just dodge this too.
I gotta do that fucking move. but no. So, dude, I don't know about on your guys' difficulty, but on hard, when he throws that fucking piece of, I guess it's Metal Gear he's throwing at you, huh? I guess it's parts of Metal
somehow
Gear.
It's always the same piece when he does it.
No shit,
times.
Right? Yeah. Dude, that thing on hard does 130 fucking damage.
How'd you one shot hit you, bro?
Because I would I don't know, I was fucking up my Sandatsus. I kept fucking up my Sandatsus like crazy.
I actually switched the sticks on this one because I was having a hard time, like probably like you, like trying to fucking line them up.
Yeah.
So I switched my sticks, and that helped me on this fight.
Really? So no, I was getting my ass beat. So then I went back and did a grinded a little bit. No, I didn't grind. I went straight into menu and I went to customize, and I upgraded my life. I got it all the way up to 180. That's how I know it does 130, because I had 180. He would hit me with it, and I would have 50 life left over. I'm like, that shit does 130 fucking damage.
Math
and
kids.
I like you, Chris, like you noise, no fucking paste, no nano paste, right?
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god. But I did discovered that when you do
that successfully,
rocks, yes, you get nano paste. Like, oh my god,
4 of them, dude. You have 4 of them.
Jesus, I was like, where the fuck? Once I had those, I'm like, okay, now you're fucking screwed. Fuck you. So I started,
that was my mentality too. I was like, oh, buddy, this game fucked up. You shouldn't have given me any health.
Yeah, no shit.
You know how many fucking fights I've gone through with no health? This is gonna be easy now.
You're like, yeah, I had 4. Like, yeah, you're fucked, right? So
now you fucked up.
You done fucked up. AA Ron.
AA Ron.
So then you fight him. Now, what did you guys do when he heals?
So this is what I was hinting at, Chris. I was like, this is the one thing when I first played the game, because I was telling you guys, I will never forget this fight, because it's such bullshit your first time through. You're like, what in the fuck? You know, like, what do I do? Everything, I can't dodge this, I can't do that. And then I remembered, I was like, there's something I have to do where I have to get behind him. And I couldn't exactly remember what it was, even while I was explaining it to Chris, because I didn't want to spoil it either. And I'm like, fuck, like I can't really think of what it was, but I remember I have to go behind him, because in my original playthrough, that fight went on forever, even though I didn't die, because I couldn't figure it out. I was like, he keeps healing. What do I do? What do I do? Literally just go behind him and do Zandatsu.
when I first saw that move, I Codec Called. Nobody mentioned it. It's not like it was like, oh, we don't know what to do. They just didn't even mention it, right? So I was like, all right, whatever. Fucking, I was watching it. And I'm like, oh, there must gonna be an opening or something. I thought he was gonna heal to 100, because he starts with 200% life, right? Yeah. I was like, oh wow, this boss has lots of life. So I thought like it was gonna heal to 100%, and phase 2 would start. Well, the official phase 2, where like that's the checkpoint, right? No, that motherfucker healed all the way up. Like, what the fuck? But like, okay, I got Nano Pace. I'm like, I'm cool. So I fought him all over again, got his health all the way back down, and he goes to fucking heal again. And I'm like, it's not stopping, and no one has any info, because I kept Codec calling. No one would say shit. So I was like, what the fuck, right? So I went over and slashed him, and that stops him, but he fucking hits you back, obviously.
Yeah, you got to counter right away.
No, I was even
doing the dodge at him too, because it's also an attack, and so like I'm doing that, and I'm like, oh god, I gotta like deflect right away too. Like there's no, he'll hit right back.
So I was literally just, because I didn't know about the back. I'm watching this guy's gameplay, and he does it on the back, the Sandatsu. Because I went in Sandatsu, but because I was in front of him, it didn't show me anything, because I guess it's on his back.
One of my attempts, his back was to the wall, and I was like, God. Oh, no. Damn it. And I was trying to hit him to make him face me, and it just wasn't enough. He was like in a weird corner, and I was like, fuck. I was like, I'll just let him fucking heal. Fuck it.
I won't lie. How are you supposed to figure out it's on his back? Like, just luck? Because the Codec Calls didn't tell me shit.
Just try it. That's all. I mean, I don't remember how I figured it out, but I was just kind of like, because he doesn't attack you while he's healing. So I just kind of like walked around him. I'm like, what the fuck?
So
there's
like
a thing.
I went for
there's a thing on his back. There's like it's like an opening. There's like an actual texture. I don't remember what it looks like, but yeah, then you can just Sansatsu it. And fucking,
I mean, I can see it now, but like I said, I would just interrupt his healing by hitting him, and since I already had enough nano paste, so when I got him down to 1, or was it 0.1%?
Well, yeah,
I fucked up the quick time.
Oh yeah,
and I was at a nano paste, and I had to do the whole fight all over again.
No.
I was so mad at this boss. I was screaming, I was cussing fucking everything at this guy, dude. Until I got the rations. Then I was like, all right, give me those fucking rations, you piece of shit. Yeah, it was definitely a frustrating fight, but a very rewarding fight, I will say. It was rewarding when you beat him.
Yeah.
Because you also get like again, so many quote unquote phases, so many modes he has. Like he throws shit. You also get
There's
that
a lot of
kind
attacks,
of combo.
Yeah,
you get that
everything
combo.
you learn from the game happens in this fight.
No, you get the one too where he charges at you, and if you swipe your sword, he holds it, and then you get a quick time event where you get to like block one of his hits and just pummel him in the kidney. Did you guys get that one?
No, I was too slow for that.
Oh yeah, you just pummel him in the kidney, and then
Jesus,
and then you do
a
what do you call it, classic anime blow exchange where like you both kind of hit at each other, except he misses you because yeah, dude, again, tons of that. What's that called? That chin play, like so many close swipes to the chin in this fucking last chapter as well. I believe there's like 3 or 4 of them.
I think when you're fighting on top of the Metal Gear, you're like you like Scorpion, like when your fucking legs go like over your head while when you're face down. Like you literally do that and slide, and his chin like scrapes so hard that it's like
it's
like
red,
hot steel.
Yeah, dude. I know they love fucking chin. I don't know what the fuck's up with that, but yeah,
they're just like, well, his chin is made out of metal. Let's just fucking, what can we do with this chin here?
Yeah, they were fucking horny for chin, but yeah, no, like I said, I was pissed, dude. I died so many times to this asshole, so many times. And I did originally call him cheap and unfair. I was like, dude, this is cheap. This is not fair. But now that you tell me about that other move, I'm like, okay, I got to retry with that move now. See how much easier it is.
Yeah, because I felt the same way when I played through it the first time, and I remember thinking in my head, I was like, okay, I got that Metal Gear done. I don't think I'll ever fucking do it again just because of that last fight. I was just like, this is bullshit. But I was like, damn it, now we're doing it for the podcast, and all I kept thinking about was that final battle. Like the entire time we've been playing, I was like, oh, that final battle with this fucking guy.
It was an epic final fight. I will say that, like he felt again. Mistral was cool. What was the other guy's fucking name? Monsoon was fine. Sundown. This one was like Sam. Even like Chris said, Sam was tiny bit like just underwhelming. Like it was just kind of, it was fun, but it was kind of like This one was like, dude, I'm gonna fucking murder you, dude. Like every time I swiped at him, like it was with rage. I was like, die, you stupid bitch, die. I was just, I was so mad at
rage.
That. It was fucking rage, dude. I'm telling you,
it was against the machine.
It was.
I'm ashamed of some of the shit I call this fucker, dude. I'll tell you that much. Oh man, I called them fucking all guys.
Have either of you played this game on easy?
No.
Okay, so you're gonna hate this, but it gives you an option when you're on easy mode to auto guard.
Are you serious?
You just hold the attack button. Anytime there's red, I just hold the attack button and it auto guards.
Oh
my god.
Does it do freaking auto fucking what's that shit called?
Auto win?
Quick time events? Right?
No.
What game were we talking about that? Yeah, the joke was that it just wins for Chris.
Oh,
which one was it?
I don't know, but it was just like, do you want to win or something like that? Yeah, I'll win.
It just beats the game for Chris, right? We're just talking.
Yeah. Chris, in Monster Hunter, I had to earn that gem for auto guarding on my gun lance, all right? It was just fucking given to me.
Oh man.
Yeah, I remember when I booted up the game and I selected the difficulty and everything, and it gave me the option because it goes, you go through that little tutorial of this is how you guard and this is how you parry and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And right after it teaches you that, it gave me the option, oh, you're on easy mode. Would you like to enable this feature? I was like, hell yeah.
Fucking Chris.
You son of a bitch.
So the
But no,
whole
yeah, yeah,
time,
yeah. You
the
no,
whole
like I
time
said,
I just had to. So as soon as I saw that red crosshair, I
mm-hmm.
just hold attack and I would bar guard.
Was
So
that
you
the
didn't
only
even have
thing?
to press forward. You just held
No,
attack.
yeah,
That's
I
so
could be
funny.
facing the opposite
Jesus.
direction and it would
What the
guard.
fuck? Yeah, we
No,
literally have to
Monsoon was
press.
so much easier for me than you
Oh my
guys, I would
god.
imagine.
Yeah, we literally have to like press the direction that the attack's coming from
mhm,
and the
and
attack button and hold the attack button if you did it too early or something, because then
Yeah,
you could
yeah, yeah, yeah.
hold the guard for a little bit longer.
A
Mhm.
little bit longer. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jesus.
But yeah, no, like I said, I want to refight this fucker. Not one for
I thought
vengeance.
you were about to say I want a refund.
No. And two, because I want to try that move, that noise. I've done that move before, noise. I didn't know that was like a counter to yellows. I just thought it was like a quick dodge. I was like, oh, it's just a quick dodge, I guess.
No, dude,
like
it's pretty much become the like Ninja Turtles 2, the arcade game on NES.
uh-huh.
When you press both the buttons together.
Yeah.
It's become that. Once I discovered that, I was like, oh, I'm just gonna press this all the time. I'm just gonna spam the shit out of it.
And it doesn't drain any life from you. That sucks.
Yeah, well, that was on.
Yeah.
Remember that was on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, the special moves would drain life. Yeah.
On the when I got 3 and it did that, I was like, I'm returning this fucking game. What the hell? That's some bullshit.
No, that means like you can't spam it. But yeah, I get you. Then I get
Fuck
you.
that, dude. It was about precision.
but
Taking
but
away my
yeah, no,
special
the
moves.
fucking game, dude, fucking boss. Again, I was so mad, but I loved it. I loved it. Did question? So quick jump in a gun real quick. I was telling Chris yesterday, noise, when we couldn't hear you for shit. When I beat this game, it unlocked very hard mode. Did you get very hard mode at all, or is it just beating it hard gives you very hard mode?
Good question. I didn't actually look, but
Okay.
I know I saved it and it gave me a bunch of rewards and stuff, and I think
Sure.
one of them must have been like very hard mode.
I got some wigs. Did you guys get wigs too?
No.
No, Chris didn't get no wigs.
I don't remember what I got.
I
I just know it told me like you beat the game without using other weapons.
Yeah. I got the wigs.
Think you and I have DLCs.
We do.
I
do
don't
have
think
DLCs.
Chris does.
That's interesting. Well, I was gonna say, because for me it unlocked very hard mode. I was like, okay, cool, and I loaded it up just to see what it was, and holy shit, dude! The first mission, like, oh, Senator, what was his name? Prime Minister Umbatu is getting attacked or whatever. Like that very first encounter you have, where and even in hard, it was like I think just 2 soldiers and then 3 soldiers. The very first encounter has fucking like I think it's like 4 soldiers, a couple of them with RPGs, and 2 fucking geckos. And you don't have, obviously, since it's the mission 0, you don't have shit. It is hard as balls, dude. They kick your ass big time. And I'm like, wow, I don't know if I want to go through it on a very hard mode. It also, I told Chris,
You mean as hard as the senator's balls?
yeah, it's literally his fucking balls. It also gave me noise. I noticed, and I was kind of flipping through the missions. Prior to beating it, I'm 100% sure that prior to beating it, if I went on any of the difficulty, like if I went to chapter select, I could only play chapters on the difficulty I beat them. So in my case, only very difficult because everything. I'm sorry, difficult because everything else was just chapter 0.
Oh, okay,
Upon
it's
beating
like
it,
GoldenEye. Like you can
it
only,
unlocked.
yeah.
But no, upon beating it, when I went to chapter select, every mission is unlocked for every difficulty, including very hard, a mode that I haven't beaten. I can literally load up the final mission on very hard, and I was like, "Whoa, that was kind of interesting." So I don't know. I'm just throwing that out there because I thought it was interesting.
Oh, maybe I guess not. Okay.
Yeah, but I did start one of the bonus missions. I'm not sure if we're gonna include those in this podcast or for later or something. They're interesting. Chris, you don't have them then? Chris would have to pay for them. Or would have had to pay for them.
Yeah, because the PS3 store is gone now.
It's gone now, but yeah, that's how he would have gotten them before.
Yeah, which is funny. Like I think about it now, and I'm like, why the hell did I give him a physical copy on PS3 when he can play this on Steam?
I literally just thought about that right now too. I'm like, wait, he could join your family thing, man. Do the same thing I did.
Yeah.
Well, Chris, you have to beat it again. No, so the bonus missions, Chris, so far right now, there's 2 bonus chapters, I guess. One of them is Wolf. You play as Wolf.
Okay.
So I'm like, oh, so you gotta get to see what happens with him or what happened with him, because it starts off fighting Raiden.
Is it a he?
And yeah, good question. I would say it's a he, but he would probably argue that he's not neither. So and then the other one is you play as Sam, Chris. So that's kind of interesting. I have not loaded that one up at all, so I'll probably play those later. But yeah, so I don't know if you want to rebeat it, Chris, and play those bonus missions. There's that.
Okay.
But yeah, let's finish this up real quick. So yeah, you pull out this because they even talk about like how like if he's a cyborg, like no senator, there's been no cyborg senator, and it'd be really hard to like keep that under wraps. And I was kind of thinking like, how would it be hard? Just don't tell anyone. Like we don't know every senator's health, like we don't know who's got ED and who has fucking, what I'm saying? Like the only shit we know is when it gets told to the public, you know what I'm saying?
ED? Like
I'm
Bob
just saying,
Dole?
like no, like erectile.
I'm Bob Dole, not ED.
No, because I'm saying like there's stuff we know about politicians in real life, right? Because it's been disclaimed or whatever, right? It's been brought up. Like
you
hey,
don't know
Senator,
anything.
you were
I
you
know
were in the hospital last
everything.
week,
Whatever you heard is not
but we
true.
don't know everything about every politician. So why would it be hard to keep a cyborg senator under wraps? I don't know. I didn't buy that excuse. But anyways, because yeah, you pull out his heart, and this thing is a fucking thing is as big as your goddamn head, dude. And it's all silver too, and
Yeah.
it like with really thick arteries, which look cybernetic arteries. So I don't know if anyone that watches Venture Brothers out there, but it totally reminded me of King Gorilla's heart. So if you don't know what that is, watch some Venture Brothers, and you'll know what that means. But yeah, you crush this giant ass fucking heart, and yeah, he fucking still talks for a little bit with no fucking heart, Chris. Gives you a little bit more speech about
It's like
you and
Temple
I
of
aren't
Doom,
so
dude.
different.
Yeah.
He's like, you and I aren't so different or some bullshit. But yeah, like I said, that's it. You fucking you killed this son of a bitch, and I was happy to see him die. I'm not gonna lie, man. Like in terms of villain, like because we saw so little of him, he wasn't like a villain like Ocelot or Volgan, where you're like, I want to kill him. For me, it was definitely a
Sam.
personal like Sam. Yeah, it was personal. Like this guy's just I fucking was so mad at him for his fight that I'm like, I'm happy to kill this fucker right now. It was worth it. It was fulfilling, 100%.
I
Which
felt
is
that
funny.
the first
It was
time. Not this time.
It's so fulfilling. It's so fulfilling, even though we don't know dick about him, right? Because it was that hard of a fight. I wonder who else really felt like that. I wonder if Senor Bacon here felt rewarded, if he felt frustrated with this fight. Yeah, this is the only fight that, like I said, in a long time that's made me rage in any game. In any game, even Monster Hunter fights haven't made me rage this much. So
Dang.
yeah, it was yeah. No,
Well,
I was
I'm glad.
fucking mad.
I'm glad you felt that, because like that's what I experienced the
What you
first time
felt?
through. I was just like, mother,
When
fucking kidding
when
me?
did you play this game? Back in what, when it released or
Back
shortly
in
after?
the old 1990? No, it was when it came out. When 2013, I think.
That's when you played it.
Whenever it came out.
Uh,
Yeah, I game flight it when it came out, and it was
I'll
like
try gameplay.
available because fucking no one was playing this game, so it was just like
Nobody was playing it.
yeah, nobody really cared about the game, and I was like, dude, I've been looking forward to this game for ages, since, like you said, they announced it when it was Kojima Productions making the game.
So they announced it like 2008 or some bullshit like that.
Yeah, I was fucking like they announced it like after fucking Metal Gear Solid 4
pretty
came
much.
out.
Yeah.
But yeah, one interesting thing that you said about like the new game plus, how like everyone is just like amped up to 11.
Mhm.
It reminded me of Master Mode in Breath of the Wild, which I
Okay.
don't think you have done yet.
I started Master Mode, but I never played
See,
it. I never beat it.
That's how I streamed it last, was just Breath of the Wild Master Mode, and good God, like there are no normal red bokoblins.
Yeah, they're
Like,
all gold, right? Or silver,
everything
silver.
starts with silver, and it's just like, what the
Yeah.
fuck? Like like everything
And all
is
you have
just,
is a stick, right? You're like, what
yeah,
the fuck
you're like, what the fuck am I supposed to? Yeah, exactly. What do I just run? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And there's like
That's
extra
how I felt.
enemies and shit. There's enemies in the
Mhm.
sky and stuff, and you're like,
Mhm.
what the fuck am I supposed to do? Like, this is fucked up. But yeah, it was pretty fun doing Master Mode like that. But yeah, that kind of makes me want to go and do it on very hard, because now that I got my move set, because I don't just like spam that dodge only. Obviously, I
Mhm.
follow up with attacks and shit and my favorite combo and
Mhm.
whatever. But now I'm like, okay, now I can deal with those mastiffs, because
Mhm.
the
Mhm.
mastiffs that grab you, that was the thing that was
They-
pissing me off.
Yellow moves, yeah.
Yeah,
You're
so
right.
now I'm like not deterred by yellow moves.
Or
Basically.
Hammer Guys had yellow moves too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and they had like splash damage, dude. Like when they hit the ground.
Mhm.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. No. So, by the way, I got my wish fulfilled. I said I wanted some more of the that attribute or whatever about Courtney being the klutz in the cup. I wanted to
Oh
follow
yeah,
through.
at the end, yeah.
And it did happen, yeah. I was like, oh, they spilled the cup. I'm like, yay, they did it.
But it was fucking Kevin that did it.
No, wasn't it Boris?
No,
I
it
think
was
it
Courtney
Boris.
that knocked it over. Kevin caught it.
Wait, what?
Hold on, I'm watching it real quick.
No. What happened is what
Well,
happened?
she was putting it close to the edge, which
Boris
makes me
fucking
laugh.
scared them, or Boris was like shaking them or something while he's like, "Yeah, we
Yeah,
fucking did it, guys," and fucking
yeah.
knocked it out of goddamn Kevin's hand.
Yeah.
And then Courtney picks it up off the ground.
Yeah, she put it close to the edge. Kevin grabs it and goes like, "Bitch, I told
he's
you."
like, God damn it!
And he comes over and he shakes them. Yeah. But yeah. So we got that. Like, yeah, it happened. But yeah. So freaking, you're talking with Doc, and they talk about the kids. We're kind of skipping a little bit over this, but the kids are now gonna.
The kids are okay.
They're gonna be okay, and then Doc even mentions, he goes like, "Yeah, once once the kids come of age," because he's like, they just have a brain. They're no more bodies. He meant to say like when they mature mentally, they're just gonna get new bodies, which is interesting, right?
I still can't believe I missed that whole thing the first time playing. Just like not like just skipping and skipping and skipping. Like, holy shit! Just the brains thing, like really, took me threw me for a loop this playthrough. I was like, what?
This is where fucking I remembered about Jar Jar Binks because fucking Courtney goes,
does he grow up anymore?
Yeah, I think he's only got like a cyborg arm. He's not, his whole body isn't cyborg, so he will grow normally, I guess.
Oh,
just get new arms, new prosthetics. But yeah, Courtney goes, "How's our new recruit working out?" And I was like, "New recruit?" And I was like, "Fuck, Jar Jar Binks!" And sure enough, it cuts to fucking what's his name, George over there. Yo, Sonny, what he tells her, like, "You a bad bitch" or something like that. I don't know what the fuck he tells her.
Oh yeah, he said she's a bad babe or something like that. Yeah, she gets all like flustered. Yeah,
yeah, dude. I was like, all right, whatever.
It's a smooth talker, that one.
Fucking George. Yeah,
you saw bad bitch.
You saw bad bitch. Yeah, man. But fucking, I was like, all right, whatever, George, whatever. I'm like, fuck off, dude. Yeah, he says, "You're hot for days, girl.
You're hot for days, girl." Yeah. I think it's funny that he needs secondary subtitles because I'm like, dude, I understand everything he's saying. I'm not a moron. Like, it's a different dialect. I get it.
Insinuating.
Exactly.
He's speaking jive, man.
Yeah. Jesus.
Fucking, he really is. Like, I understand it. It's just using completely different terms and shit,
I think if they just subtitled what he's saying, not what he means, I think that would have been fine. Like, it's just having that second one, like it literally is the subtitles in Airplane when they're just speaking jive to each other, and here's the subtitles.
Like, I just saw that recently, dude.
Like, bro, like
not the movie, the scene.
It's okay. I speak jive.
Yeah. Or when fucking Austin Powers and his dad fucking speak super British at each other.
But yeah,
Chat on a turtle.
Oh man. But we see Sonny repaired Wolf, I guess. So Wolfie's fine, which I'm happy.
And it's a very anime ending where it's like, the wolf gets his tail stepped on or whatever, and it's like, oh, niblet. It's like that bullshit.
By the way, is Sonny played by the same character? Do we know? The voice is by the same?
Yes, same voice actress.
It sounded very like Sonny, so I'm surprised about that. Not surprised about that. I mean, I'm happy about that. That's nice.
Yep, they got her again.
Good.
And then we had a post credits.
We had a post credit. I was wondering if we all got that because like I said, I was wondering, like, ooh, did we all get that post credit? So I guess we all did, right? Raiden's going fucking, what's the word I'm looking for? Rogue, yeah. What's his name? Hawkeye from Avengers after the snap. Just going around killing fucking people.
Oh,
bad
yeah.
Guys.
Oh, he became, what is this? He has an actual name. Ronan.
Ronan. Yeah. So that's it. Now I won't lie. I thought there was a little bit, not that I expected Solid Snake to be in it. I knew he wasn't gonna be in it. I knew he didn't come in and save the day in any way, shape, or form. But I was under the impression that he'd be mentioned a little bit more, and he wasn't mentioned more. I thought like they were gonna at least say like, oh, maybe like give us a classic. What is that movie? Fucking Fast and Furious. Where they were gonna be like, oh,
they're gonna drive away in different cars as they save each other.
Well, no. They're gonna be like, maybe we can call in Snake for backup, and Raiden's be like, this is not his fight, or some bullshit like that, like the Snake is retired or some bullshit. Like no, like none of that happened. But
I don't remember that. Fast and Furious. Where's that?
It's fucking one of the newer ones, bro. Like when Paul Walker died, when Paul Walker officially died, they're like, "What about Mia and Paul?" Or what's the name of the movie? Brian. What about Mia and Brian? And Toretto's like, "This is not their fight." And they're like, "Okay,
Yeah.
this is about family." But they are family. Whatever, bro. Whatever,
Yeah.
whatever. Move on.
This is my movies now.
Family.
Family.
But
the streets always win.
yeah. So no mention of Otacon, which I thought it was interesting because at the end here, when Sunny's talking, here's where at least I thought she was gonna bring up like I owe Raiden so much and Uncle Hal and Uncle Snake too. At least that But no.
Raised
I'm
me in a
not gonna
bubble.
lie. I expected an Otacon cameo or something.
Sure,
at the
or a
very
Codec
end
call
there.
at least, right? Yeah, at least a Codec. But
Yeah.
hey, Sunny, how you doing, girl? Be
I
careful of
expected
that little one.
any
man.
moment the camera's going to turn, it's going to show Otacon.
Yeah.
And I was disappointed when it didn't.
Yeah. Well, I do especially think that from Sunny, at the very least, could have mentioned them because Raiden saved her from the Patriots. Sure. But Otacon and
They raised her.
Poorly, but they tried. They did. No, at the end of the day, they didn't know how to be fathers, and they did the best they could with what they had, which was keeping her in the bubble from the Patriots,
I don't remember the sun being so flat.
So yeah, if anything, she could have at least mentioned it. Like, I owe everything to Raiden and Uncle Hal and fucking that bastard Snake. No.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
the
calls.
I did like the when she was getting ready for him to take off in that airplane, the space plane. I did like that she mentioned this is a non-smoking flight.
Yes.
Did she? I don't remember.
Yeah.
Okay. I missed
Reference
that.
to 4, yeah.
Raiden does also say, I don't know what he says. He goes, "Oh, Far Cry from the Mark II and Mark." Oh no, because she's on your codex. I don't know if you guys noticed. She's like in your codex after you launch into Pakistan or whatever.
Oh shit.
Yeah, she's in there. So you can call her up a bunch of times too and talk to her in Arsenal Excelsior year. You call her about it. Yeah, and she's like, this thing is crazy. Like be careful, blah 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 bullshit. And he's like, "Oh, Far Cry from the Mark II and the Mark III Metal Gears, huh?" And she's like, "Yeah, this is definitely something you want to fuck with." So it's just interesting. World Marshal. That's the World Marshal. I couldn't say like World Mark. Well, something World.
Took him 4 episodes, guys.
World Marshal.
You got it.
But yeah, so Raiden doesn't go back to Maverick. So
no, and it kind of sets up a sequel that we never got.
Oh,
just the fact that he's out there still doing stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of made it seem like we would get something more.
Now,
I didn't get that vibe.
No,
I just got it as like this is the end of the story and this is how he's continuing. I didn't get that like, oh, there should be a sequel to this or anything. So
maybe I was just being hopeful back in the day.
You were being I didn't notice this. He gets a cyber guy. He actually has an eye now instead of just a patch. So he gets an eye at the end of the game. Holy shit! There's some more cutscenes in this guy's video. Are these the secret missions? They're the secret missions.
Is it a solid eye?
It just glows red. So
it's a secret mission in uncharted space.
Now I want to touch on this, and Chris is the one I really want his input on this.
I thought you were going to say you wanted to touch me.
No, not fuck you. No, it's just Chris in general. Chris,
what?
What?
You want to fuck me?
No.
Oh, you just trying to fuck me? Oh.
Classic. No. So I'm curious. At the end of 4, he was given his happy ending, right? And then in this one, he by all means was Maverick. And he was a cyborg bodyguard, but he wasn't a missionary or nothing like that.
I disagree with this happy ending at the end of 4, but go on.
Did you say missionary?
Mercenary. There you go.
Just going door to door.
Have you heard about our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ? Nope. So with that said, so here I get it. He needs money, I guess, right? I mean, I guess fucking Roy Campbell didn't have a pension saved up for him, or the Patriots didn't have some kind of fucking 401k set up, so he still apparently has to work, right, to provide for his...
I'd like a little bit of pension before you fuck my wife.
Is that from something?
No.
Okay. It sounded like it should have, but anyway, so he's working. Fine, I get it. He's working, and he what else would he do? Bodyguard sounded like a perfect fit, right? Bodyguard, cool. And then it turned into this whole like, oh, well, Maverick does more than bodyguard work, and now he's going on this mission to destroy Desperado, blah 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 blah. And then at the end of this game, he's like, like, oh, so you're not coming back? It's like, no, I got other things to do. Whatever the fuck he says, and he's out there killing more cyborgs. I'm like, bro, weren't you bitching the whole time in 4 that like all you wanted, you don't get a happy ending, and you got your quote unquote happy ending, and now you're literally like just going out there like, I don't care too much. I won't lie, but I do think it's like so like fuck Rose and her kid. I guess like does he check up on them? Does he ever talk to them? Does he just not care? How could Rose stay with him if he's never gonna be home? Is what I'm trying to say. You know, like I can see Rose just like filing for divorce or just fucking moving and never
Well,
keeping
doesn't
tabs.
he say something at some point like she's on vacation in Florida or something?
Well, she's in Australia. She's safe in Australia.
Australia, that's what it is. Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Like at the end of this game, he's still going on his own now. He's going rogue, and
Well, yeah, I wouldn't want to be around Rose either.
I know you don't.
I'm just saying, I'm channeling how he feels. Okay.
Okay.
He has
Okay.
to live with her.
Ryan is just driving around the block one more time before he's got to
Just one more time. Oh my God.
Exactly,
before he's got
yeah.
to come home. It's the one thing that's keeping him from murdering his entire family.
He parks his car, takes a huge deep breath, and is like, puts on a happy face right before he opens that door.
He's like,
Hey,
I
honey.
know what she's gonna ask me. I know what
Yeah.
she's gonna say.
Oh my
Do you know
God.
what day it is tomorrow?
Yeah. But yeah, so okay, so
Does she ask him that every year?
Yeah. So I got Chris's answer. Chris is like, I would do the same. I'd get the fuck out. She's in Australia. That's the furthest
Well,
point away.
I wouldn't have had the ending with 4. I would have just like, no, you have your like, we'll co-parent the child. That's fine, but I'm not getting together with you again.
Not even for that
Noise. So Noise, what do you think? Do you think it was like a fitting ending that he's still out there fighting instead of being home with his wife that he cried so much about?
To be honest, yeah, because he's like the living version of Gray Fox.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because same thing happened to Gray Fox. Child soldier was used for war. It's the only thing he knows how to do, and it's the only place where he's comfortable. So you know, it's unfortunately one of those things that happens to a lot of soldiers where when they come back home, it's you're not comfortable being home anymore, especially after what you've been through.
Yeah,
sure.
That it almost becomes like boring to be home. You know, like
or people that come out of jail too, right? Don't people also like don't know what to do when they're out of jail?
Yeah,
right?
and it's hard to to live legit when especially if you're a convict who actually like lived the life of crime for so long. How do you acclimate to being legit? As even though it's the thing you want the most, it's like hard to do. Like in my brain, I always think back to like the movie The Hurt Locker with Jeremy Renner, and you know he's like a bomb defusal guy, and you know at the end of the movie he comes home and you know his wife is talking his ear off, you know, like a couple would, you know, like and he's just like drying dishes and stuff, and you could see that he's just not present. You know, he's just like, this isn't really where I want to be. And literally the next scene is him going back on tour. He's doing another fucking tour in wherever, Iraq or Afghanistan, because he's like, this is where I like to be. So it's probably, I kind of feel like that's possibly the same thing for Raiden. He's just like, you know, like when they woke up Jack the Ripper in him, he's like, this is the real me.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah,
I'm not a family man.
Yeah.
Yep.
I see
exactly
that.
What I was thinking is that Jack the Ripper came out,
And
and
that's not everybody, by the way. That's not. I'm not generalizing all soldiers, but there's definitely. I'm sure there's soldiers that are like, God damn, I'm glad to be fucking home. Like, I never want to go through that again. And others are just like, I just want to go back out there. You know, like fucking anything. You know.
Well, like look at Sundower. Sundower was definitely that kind of soldier. He's like, I fucking love being in war. I love fighting. Like that's. I don't like fucking this peace. He calls it, right. He didn't like peace. He was boring to him.
Which is funny because if he was working for the senator. Did the senator let them all know what his plan was? Was like kind of to abolish war through war? Like did they all know?
Game.
Yeah,
probably not the end game. Because remember they were part of Desperado, so they were just under the pressure like we'll just keep fighting. And he was partnered or owned World Marshal. I almost said World Mark again. World Marshal. So yeah, he didn't tell him everything. Yeah,
or the senator was just using them as pawns.
True.
And even if they did beat Raiden, he's just gonna I'm through with you now. Now I'm gonna kill you myself, or just
sure.
You know, I would somehow.
I won't lie. I will argue that I did like that. I've always said that I hate final bosses or not final bosses. I hate when movies and games or anything will do like I'm clearly the leader, the bad guy, and then he's not that badass. It's always that right hand man that's, you know, the tough one. In this case, all of them were pretty badass. Sam,
Yeah.
Sundower, and fucking Armstrong. They were all in their right badasses. And I would argue that more than likely, Senator could take on Sundower. He probably would absolutely take down Monsoon and fucking what's her name, Mistral. The one that question would be Sam. Could he take out Sam? I think Sam would have him if we beat him. Being the player that's shitty and Sam being as good as he fucking was, I think Sam would have had him. I think Sam would have beat him.
But do you think that's a situation of the weapon makes a man or the man makes a weapon?
That's a good one. Sam was a badass with a badass weapon, and
He wasn't
very
even full
few-
cyborg, dude.
Yeah, very few augmentations, and he
He was a half step.
he
cyborg.
rightfully so. We beat him. Half step cyborg. We beat him only because the game is meant for us to beat him. In a real kind of scenario, like thinking like if this was like a, what do you call it, a Nuzlocke? Oh, we all died at Sam, like all of us, right? Like there's no way, like even like we all died at Sam, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I didn't die to Monsoon. I mean, I didn't die to Monsoon or to
Yeah, me
Mistral.
neither. No.
I think I died to Sundower because I was just fucking around. But yeah, but I've died to other smaller shit. So yeah, if this was a Nuzlocke, the fucking World Marshal got his goal a long time ago, dude.
I died to Sundowner. I died to Sundowner because I got like stun locked like right at the beginning.
Oh shit!
Like he like comboed my ass, and I was like, "What in the shit?" I was like, "I didn't get a chance to do anything. I didn't know when attacks were coming. I never got to get up, dude."
I got comboed by fucking Metal Gear Ray, bro, in the first chapter, Mission 0. I died to Metal Gear Ray so many times myself because I would get comboed and I'd get hit and I'd get up and I get hit, I get hit and then I'm dazed and I'm like, motherfucker.
That's funny.
I was almost regretting, like, dude, I'm gonna go back to normal. Like, no, stick through it. And I'm glad I did. Yeah, so that's a good point. Jack the Ripper came out. I agree. I do agree, but it also kind of, to me, it defeats the whole purpose of the ending of 4.
Right.
Because like just like we argued with Snake, like saying like, it's my final mission, and then he didn't die. You know, arguments can be made there, right? But then it'd be like in this one, him showing up for the final fight, like, bro, no, your final fight was in 4. What the fuck are you doing here?
But the thing is, in 4, you say he had a happy ending, but I think it was. I don't think it was. He was so out
he
of
went
it.
home with Rose.
It was more like
I keep telling you this.
Noise. I think you're right. It was more of a like settled ending, right? Like he was just like,
yeah, he settled for Rose.
Because his mind was made up that he was going to die in 4. He was like, I'm just going to die.
Yeah, he wanted to get away from Rose.
And then when she showed up, she's like, no, I lied to you, and this is your child. And he's like, oh, and you're right. He's like, oh, okay. He's like, I guess we're a family now. I'm like, all right, fuck it.
Yeah, he's like, fuck, I'm stuck now.
Yeah. He's like, fuck.
It's either this or child support.
Dude, yeah. He's like, can I get a fucking paternity test? She's like, what?
Go to family court.
Yeah. Why can't Campbell be paying for this kid, dude? Because he's clearly has been raising him.
Is not yours.
Yeah, the baby is not.
Was it Maury?
Maury.
Yeah, Maury did it. There was another one that I can't remember the name of, but it was a black lady. Yeah.
The only Maury. I've never seen an episode, but like the only clip that I remember, because they're all the same, but the only one that sticks in my head to this day is one where, you know, classic Lady A and Gentleman A. She's like, are you sure? She's like, yes, he's the only one I've been with. It's his. And the guy's like, bitch. He's literally like, no, it's not yours. It's not mine. Sorry, it's not yours. It's mine. He's like, it's not my baby girl. You know it's not. You're fucking lying. He's straight up telling her, right? And of course, this is all like scripted. Like 90% of it's scripted. But she's like, no, you're the only one I've been with. And Murray's like, Jamal, you are not the baby. And he's like, yeah. And he starts running around.
You're not
the baby.
Not to mama.
You are not the father. And he starts running around, starts doing backflips and shit, right?
Oh, yes, I know that clip. Yes.
And the lady starts crying, right? And Murray's like, get him out of here. And she's like all crying and shit. And Murray's like, don't worry, honey. Like, we'll help you find the... And she's like, I know who it is. Like, bitch, like 2 seconds ago, you said it was him. Now you're saying you know who it is.
You haven't been with anyone else, yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, this is so trash TV, A. B, yeah. I was like... So kind of realistic. I'm like, I don't want to know how many times this happens, you know, like,
yeah.
So
that guy's celebration was so classic though. He was just like, he's like, He was like doing the fucking. He was doing the
Looney Tunes, the Daffy Duck. Yes.
Oh man.
But yeah, so Raiden. So are you the daddy? Are you the dad? Yeah, are you the daddy? That's right. Are you the daddy? But no, I really
Yeah, Rose
I
aside,
agree.
he didn't really have a happy ending because he was just like, I don't, he doesn't feel like he could do it. Like he doesn't.
Not
For
only
the same
that, man,
for the
but,
same
like,
reasons that Gray Fox said it and in Metal Gear 2,
yeah, true.
I'm not a family man, and you could see it in Raiden. He's just like even throughout 2 before
Yeah,
he like
when he-
recalled all his memories and shit.
Uh-huh.
He's just very fucking not present in the
No,
relationship.
you are right. You are 100% right. You know what? Like, even with the whole meeting Rose and shit, like, he said, like, I can't believe this happened. Like, he wanted it, but it was never meant for him because it just wasn't in him, you know?
Yeah.
Well, I want to even take it a step further and say, like, at what point do you go from being human with cyborg parts to a cyborg with human parts?
Right.
At what point do you lose your humanity?
When you don't get no penis.
Well, then he's lost his humanity, according to you.
Yeah, he's gone, bro. He got no penis.
So,
no, I agree with you because at 4 we kind of agreed on this. His brain is probably the only fucking part that's left of him.
and even that, like, his childhood is so messed up. Like, his psyche is so,
Wow.
like, screwed up and everything. You Jack the Ripper. So,
Yeah.
what part of him is human?
By the way, this is the only game where I was okay with people calling him or with the term Jack the Ripper to him. Because to me in 2, when Solaris called him Jack the Ripper, I was like, really? Could you imagine? Like, you literally could not think of any fucking thing else. Like, you just named him after a famous man who slaughtered a bunch of fucking prostitutes in England back in the day. Like, that's what you went to. But in this, when he snaps and becomes Jack the Ripper, I was like, yes,
it made sense. It made sense.
I like the way it sounds here when he says it with that voice and everything.
Yeah. The aura around it made 100% sense. What's funny again, it reminded me of the inconsistency in his voices. Like, there's plenty of times where he's like, "I'm gonna kill everybody," and then the next scene he's like, "Yeah, blah blah blah," fucking casual Tuesday. I'm like, it still gets to me, you know. Even in the final cutscene with Armstrong stuff, he'll be talking all Jack the Ripper mode, Jack the Ripper mode, and then like
Ricker.
and then he'll switch it up to just a normal Raiden voice. I'm like, bro, stay consistent. You're Jack the Ripper here. Don't forget that, you dumbass.
Yeah.
Oh man. But overall noise. I love this game.
Good, I'm glad.
I won't say it's S rank for me, but it's definitely top. Yeah, for sure. Don't regret it. Like Red One, I don't regret it. I will be replaying this one possibly in the future. I will be. There's no doubt about it.
I want to play through it again now that I remember about that move. I was like, Jesus Christ.
Well, I want to play through those special missions, so that's probably what I'll do this weekend.
Okay, Chris, is this taking the number 1 slot?
Not quite.
You were
I gotta
saying
say,
it was.
it was close, yeah. But after the ending, I don't know, the last 2, and I remember German said this about like mission 5, was it?
Detroit.
That was like really short.
Escape from Denver.
Right.
Yeah, these felt really short, like too short.
That's true.
It should have been one mission.
They weren't really levels, yeah.
Yeah, because it's like you said, you go fight Sam, and that's the end.
Mm-hmm.
There was nothing. There was a cutscene. You guys talked. You beat him, and that's the end.
Yep, you're right. No,
and it's like
Escape from Denver was really short too. That's the third movie. Escape from Denver. Just kidding. Call me Snake.
Call me Snake.
Yeah, there you go.
It's Return
Full
to
circle.
LA.
First circle, man.
Return.
The spacing could have been done a little better. But other than that, I think this would take number 1 place. Noise is if Rose was the main villain and Jack the Ripper just killed her. I think that would be it right there.
Rose
Even
AI.
if it was AI Rose, I don't care. But no, it is like the ending. I wouldn't call it lackluster. It was a bit anticlimactic. Isn't quite
compared
right
to
either.
other Metal Gears. I think is that what you're referring to as well, or just for this game, for a game in general?
I think a little bit of both.
Okay.
I think compared to other Metal Gears, but also for this game in particular. Just because like there's always been so much action, and yeah, like the last fight, there's several phases to it, so of course there's a lot of action, but it's not like I would have preferred it if he had minions or something like that, as opposed to he broke my yeah, exactly. I'm fighting with my blade, but it's not doing anything, and then he breaks my blade, and then now we're in a fist fight because I'm all pissed off, but it's still not doing anything,
Okay.
and all that kind of stuff. So I would have preferred if it was phases, as if like I don't know. I
No,
can't.
like an actual phase. Like okay, you like I said, get him down from 200 to 100, and that's the next phase. Now he
Yeah.
goes into cult mode or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. No, for me, I won't lie. God, I hate bosses that have
When will you
minions.
lie to us?
I'm not even here, dude. This has all been lying. No.
Well, he lied to us last week about
Yeah.
not
Oh, yeah,
about only
motherfucker.
starting the mission. Yeah,
But no. I hate bosses that have minions as part of their quote unquote
the ads.
attack.
I hate it. I hate the ads, dude.
Yeah, I hate the freaking like Miss Raw with her little. That wasn't horrible. I won't lie. But what was the other one? Shit, somebody or just I can't think of a scenario right now. But like you get what I'm saying. Like imagine like Sundown.
Well, I mean,
Sundown
the
had
Metal
choppers.
Gear, the Metal Gear had the geckos,
Sure,
but they were there to give you health.
Yeah, and they were getting destroyed by him himself. But like it's like I said, like imagine Sundower being like I'm a badass, I'm gonna kill you, and then he keeps calling in fucking what do you call it? Not monsters, mammoths, the fucking robot, the ones you hate.
Mastiffs.
The one mastiffs. He keeps calling in mastiffs. You're like, well, dude, this was supposed to be you being a badass, not calling in fucking minions. That's when I usually hate when bosses do that. But I know what you mean, though, Chris. I definitely agree with you. For me, this is what I'm saying. The ending wasn't as epic or as the ending fight was good. The ending wasn't as like Metal Gear as Metal Gear games have gone. But
Oddly
I also
enough,
understand
it was more Metal Gear ending than 4 was. You actually fought a Metal Gear, and then you had a fist fight on top of a Metal Gear.
Yeah,
that's true.
In that terms,
in that terms, but as far as like a big twist or something else, But I mean, it's like I'll take the ending because I know what had to happen for this game to be released, and I also accept that I didn't want them to ruin anything more like they did with a certain game that will follow up months from now. Like they said, we're gonna make this a closed circle. This is literally right in story after 4, and that's it. Nothing else. No more clones and no more bullshit. The Patriots are dead. This is just its own storyline.
Yeah.
And you play it, enjoy it, and that's it. And that's what I agree with. But
yeah, it's very
at the same
standalone.
time, yeah, exactly. It does hinder a little bit. The Metal Gear title, because you're like, it's still a Metal Gear title, So it's like, is Arsenal Gear a Metal Gear? As Arsenal Gear was explained to be a anti-Metal Gear, wasn't it? Ray was an anti-Metal Gear. Yeah. Arsenal Gear, dude, what was Arsenal Gear?
Well, Arsenal Gear needed Metal Gears to protect it, so I wouldn't say so. I think also what was the definition of a Metal Gear? It's supposed to be a nuclear-equipped walking battle tank, right? And this one didn't have any. Wait, did this one have nuclear weapons?
No, this one didn't. Doctor confirmed that.
Does it just have to be a walking battle tank?
So Metal Gear, the term comes from the missing link, quote unquote, like a missing gear between, I believe it was like infantry and fucking, what's the other word? Like artillery? What's that word? Artillery. Something like that. One of those things. So it was supposed to be, that's why it's a walking, because it can simulate human, and
bipedal. Yeah.
Bipedal, yeah. So I believe that's the explanation of what a Metal Gear is.
Nice
shoes.
Legs.
Legs. I love that. This is always the funniest. But yeah, so Arsenal Gear, even though it has gear in the title, was more of a how did Solidus put it? A fucking a floating coffin, because you needed Metal Gears to protect it, like Noise said.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't have any weapons. It didn't have. It was literally just made to house one of the AIs, I believe.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, it was protecting JD. No,
GW.
No,
it was GW. No,
how could it be GW? GW was outside.
Maybe it was JD. No, it wasn't JD.
I don't fucking know.
It was protecting one of them.
One of the Mount Rushmore names.
But yeah, no, yeah. I love this game. I did it. To me, it's a high B, possibly an A. Well, when we do our list again, I'll have to think about it. I think we should get a little bit more scrupulous, whatever that word is, and maybe like no, like picky with our list. We can't have like 1,000 A's. Like we gotta like be like only 2 per slot or some bullshit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck that, bro.
Nah, because then all of them are going to fucking A, dude.
This is an A+ for me,
and
no, it's an S game for me,
like
for
a
sure,
low S, yeah, A+. Chris is an S,
high B, A.
Yeah, but it's not first.
Still
not
Twin
number
Snakes,
one.
huh?
Yeah.
God damn it.
What's funny, Noise, is that's I was gonna bring that up too. This one has like so much more Twin Snakes vibes to me than
But it makes sense because he's a fucking
no,
cyborg ninja.
I know, and also because it's its own story. No, I also agree with you. I also because it's its own story, right? Because the taboo of Twin Snakes was they'd already took something that existed and said we're gonna make it fucking metal and fucking
gear.
You know,
we're gonna take Metal Gear and make it Metal Gear.
We're gonna make it metal. But yeah, so this was his own thing. So yeah, no, but like I said, jumping off of missiles and everything. I'm telling you, man. Like even though Konami only published it or whatever the fuck, like it had a lot of Neo Contra shit like all over this shit. I was like, dude, this is fucking Neo Contra up the ass, dude.
When you put that clip of Neo Contra in the Discord, I was like, what in the fuck is this? Like, because in my brain it's side scroller soldiers shooting invading aliens and stuff like that, and I was like, when did the samurais come in? And what the hell? He just cut this fucking robot that immersed from the earth in half and cut the earth in half, and it exploded. And now everyone's floating through fucking space. Like it was just like, how the hell is this Contra? Like it just.
Well, I will admit that is a bonus cutscene if you beat the game on hard or very hard.
I did see that it said that.
Yeah, without any deaths. I mean, like you get perfect gameplay, pretty much to get
that's such a great hidden. It's like a secret theater thing, It's
like, exactly. It's really what it was. Yeah.
Like this is how badass you could be if you are this badass at the game. It's like. Fuck! I just like the whole point was like to save the world, but now I'm just gonna cut it in half. Dude.
Yeah, exactly. But you guys see that I don't know if you watched it, Chris, but you see the actual intro where Jaguar, the samurai character, is staying on the plane and he slices this big something in half that resembled what Raiden did to the stupid UG bombers or whatever the fuck they were.
Oh yeah.
Oh right.
Yeah. So I was like that's what Jaguar did. Yeah, I'm excited to try these bonus missions. Honestly, it makes me want more bonus missions. Like I would love to play as fucking
Did you try any of the VR missions?
I was about to say, if only there were some VR missions.
I can't get into these VR missions. I don't know why, man. Don't ask me.
Same.
Don't ask me.
I tried a couple of them. I was like, it's just the VR missions.
Me and Chris are on that. This was so.
I haven't tried them at all. So they probably suck. I don't know.
No, you'll probably like them. They're just like the VR missions. It's just something about these. I'm like, I don't want to do these.
They don't have any of the fun ones because I tried some of the later ones.
Oh yeah. For the most part, there's none
just
fun.
Like do this and do this and do this.
It's just harder. It's just literally like get to point C, be A without being seen, and it's really really hard this time. You're like, it's really hard. I'm like, And what's funny is like I would,
isn't it?
I would totally grind. Yeah, I would totally grind any mission from the Acid games, right? Any of those bullshit extra missions. But here I'm like, nah. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Yeah. So, but like I said, I would totally love. Oh, I didn't get boss rush either, which I'm disappointed. This game needs a boss rush, 100%.
Yeah, I mean, if you can like fucking speed run the levels, like because there's very few like arenas where you're stuck and you have to fight. Well, this whole entire game is kind of a boss rush, which I really enjoyed.
You're right.
As far as like there was boss fights in this game.
Yeah.
That I really missed that in 4 there was only like really the girls and then what else?
BBs. You had the BBs. You had freaking you can't count the geckos as a boss fight. I don't think anyone would ever count that as a boss fight.
And even 2 had a weird pacing to the bosses. You know what I mean? It was like
we talked
it's
about
like
that.
here's Fortune, and then
which you don't beat her.
Beat Fortune,
exactly.
and then right after that go fight fucking
Fat Man.
Well,
like I said, and then you also. And then you get the vamp fight, which was a true vamp fight, but then you get the second quote unquote vamp fight, which was just a sniper fight, which wasn't a sniper fight. So
and same thing with like the Acid games; those ones didn't really. I mean, well, Acid 2 had more
Acid 2
traditional
had more
boss
for sure,
but the Acid 1 was like here's the one and here's the one again,
another one again, yeah.
It's been a minute since we had a Metal Gear game with consistent like
I
do something boss.
Was other than 3 was Ghost Babel was traditional. You had Slasher Hawk, Pyro Bison, I forgot the other some Marionette, some Owl Marionette or some shit like that.
Yeah, even Peace Walker too. I mean, we only had the 4 and then Peace Walker. Wait, no, the 3 and then Peace Walker and then Zeke.
Yeah,
but it was like they weren't paced out, like this.
Yeah. No,
I don't know if I'm communicating what I'm saying. Like the pace of the bosses coming in, is
You're right,
really,
no.
it's consistent this time.
Like I said, for me, Peace Walker was like none of them were human, and I was like, I wanted a human boss fight. Like
yeah.
this one had human boss fights, like I can parry them. Versus Peace Walker was like a big machine, just shoot it with a bunch of missiles, you know.
Yeah. There was no
but-
like what's it called, like a gimmick to the fight.
no gimmick or no interesting. At the end of the day, Cocoon, Chrysalis, and Pupa, they weren't that interesting. At the end of we fought them once, and that's about it. Here, you're like Minstrel and fucking Sundowner. They were very unique like fights. You're like, you know, each one had to be taken down a certain way. Versus the Cocoons were all missiles. Shoot the shit, take the chips, and that was it. You know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That was the disappointing part of those fights.
Yeah. But yeah, so like I said, I wanted to rush. Oh, like you said, noise. You can rush through it. Yeah, with Fox Blade, you can literally, like I said, ninja dash and just. I mean, everything dies in one hit except for the bosses. Everything, geckos, mastiffs, everything. So
Nice.
yeah, I can get to a boss anytime I want, but I would rather just have a traditional.
Yeah, that would
boss
be nice
fight
if
rush.
That was an option.
Yeah, a boss rush with the timer. Yeah,
that'd be cool.
Because I want to fight Sam again. He's easy, I guess. Just load up mission 5 or mission 6, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. But yeah, so freaking great game, man. Fuck, blah, blah. So much details. Appreciate this podcast for allowing me to play this game, because if it wasn't for this podcast and us that what do you call it?
Even if I suggested it to you, I know you wouldn't do it.
I wouldn't have. I would have kept pushing it off. I might have played this when I was fucking retired and old. But the fact that we took on this mission to play every single one, or at least, you know, to some extent, you know, review it, made this really, really a fun experience for me. And I don't regret it at all. This is K-pop for me for sure. Oh, and by the way, K-pop has a lot of fucking fighting, so it went perfect with this game. Cause I'm like, dude, they're fucking fighting in this movie, and I'm like, I loved it. It was perfect timing for that movie to come out. It's not about samurais, but there's fighting in that movie with chopping and shit like that. So I'm like, yeah.
Okay, Chris, any last words?
Yeah, I'll reiterate. Excuse me.
Do you know what
Reiterate.
day it is tomorrow?
Yeah, I'll reiterate what I said earlier. Is that it was a good game. I very much enjoyed it. It's not taking #1 spot, but it is definitely up
there, will
there. So,
would you replay this?
Oh yes, I plan on it.
Okay.
Oh,
you told me that.
Big boy mode.
Big boy mode. Yeah,
Normal
fucking
mode, yeah.
auto blocking. Get out of here, Chris.
Jesus.
Yeah, I'm gonna play on normal. I will absolutely get wrecked. And it'll be lots of fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Same for me. I I remembered how good this game was, and now I love it more that I actually sat through the story and listened to stuff and
didn't rush it. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't rush. I did kind of have to rush at the end, just because I missed the checkpoint, so I didn't really get to do more Codec Calls. So I want to go back and there's a Codec Calls mode, dude.
Huh? Mode?
Yes, you can just go. You can just listen to every Codec Call in the menu.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I kind of forgot about that to mention that. I was like, "Ooh, German's gonna love this."
Ooh, I will.
So yeah, I just go back into the menu, and I think I don't know if it's like right there in the main one or if there's like extras, like an extra
extras maybe
menu or whatever. But yeah, it just says like codex, and it's just like what? And like literally, you click it, and I click the first one, and it's fucking Boris, like literally the first Codec Call you have with him, and I was like, oh shit, like I can listen to every fucking Codec Call.
Definitely gonna listen to that. I'll tell you that.
So
much.
yeah, I don't know if it's every Codec Call
you've already done, or is it just all of them in the game?
That's what I don't know yet. That's what I don't know yet. But that's what I'm wondering, if it'll give you all of them or only the ones you heard. But I mean, I guess I could check if there is one with Sunny, because I didn't do any with Sunny.
Okay.
So if she shows up, then it is every single Codec Call.
All of them. That's true.
Or you can just check mine versus Germans if there's like 5 on mine and 500 on his.
Right? Exactly. But yeah, no, I love it way more. I want to dive in again and yeah, just see how I do, and then dive deeper into the story. Because it's fun. It was like paced at breakneck speed, which is a super change of pace for Metal Gear.
Yeah, absolutely.
Metal Gear is always a slow burn, and this one was like, let's fucking go,
For the most part, yeah.
Which
I think I mentioned it on the first episode of this game. Was my plan was to speed run through it, because I'm like, I don't even want, and I ended up not. I'm glad I played it and listened to all the stuff, because there's, like I said, so much cool info. What I was thinking, Noise, is since Chris plans to replay it anyways, that we give him that family pass thingy so he can play it on Steam.
Yeah.
Therefore, unlocking those bonus missions, and we come back to those bonus missions in some future episode.
Okay.
Does that sound okay? Because I'm sure people want to know what the bonus chapters are about, and I haven't played them. I don't think you have, and Chris certainly hasn't either. So this is like extra credit play the bonus missions, and we'll come back to them at some future time, and we'll talk about those.
Okay.
If that sounds cool to you, Chris, what do you think?
Sounds good to me. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Sounds good to me.
What noise? Real quick. What was the name of the actor you thought was in Ready to Rumble?
Oh, I thought it was Jamie Kennedy. I was thinking
Jamie
of
Kennedy.
Malibu's
Jamie-
Most Wanted or something.
Who's the hell? Oh, that guy. Okay.
Yeah. The Mask 2.
Oh my
Son
god.
of Mask.
No thanks.
Oh, jeez, I can't believe that's a fucking.
That was him. Holy shit, dude.
Yeah, The Mask 2. Yeah,
Oh
fortunately.
my god. Yeah. You know what I thought this
He was
guy
also in Scream.
Dude, I thought this fucker. Yeah, you're right. I thought this guy was fucking. What's his name? Seth. Something.
Oh, Seth
That's
Meyers.
Oh.
Not Seth Meyers. Seth from Family Guy.
Green.
Seth Green. I thought this guy was Seth Green.
No,
Jamie Kennedy.
it's Jamie Kennedy. I know. Dude,
kinda
all
looks
those
like him.
guys. All those guys are so interchangeable.
I thought that was him.
Seth Green, Seth Meyers, Jamie Kennedy, fucking David Arquette.
thought-
They were all kind of like.
No,
the
not
dopes
David
of the
Arquette.
time.
For me, David Arquette for sure. I could spot him in a mile. But I thought it was Seth Green that was in Malibu's Most Wanted. Are you?
No, that's
fucking
Jamie Kennedy.
kidding me? I thought it was Seth Green the whole time. Holy shit, mind blown.
Yeah. But yeah,
Oh,
okay. I
man.
guess that does it for this one. And guess what, you guys? What's next? I think something that people have been waiting for a long, long time.
Is it?
Yeah, it's next, dude. And usually we watch the trailers for like the mainline Metal Gears, at least. We then for Rising Revengeance, I just kind of wanted Chris to be surprised. For this one, Chris, this next one is the trailer for the real game.
Wait, what?
So I can't
The
tell
next
you
game
anything.
We're playing is the trailer for the following game.
Yes, that's all I can tell
It'll
you.
make sense.
Okay.
It'll make
sense.
So Ground Zeroes is what's next.
Okay.
So yeah, just
Should I
boot
have
it
on
up.
Steam.
Yeah, and tell us what you think of that trailer.
Should I do it now?
No.
Oh.
That's for next week.
Okay.
Yeah, so you're gonna do Ground Zeroes, and then yeah, we'll talk about it next week, and tell us what you think of that so-called trailer.
Can install it right now.
Yeah, it's very small, so small. You America is very big. It's so small. Oh yeah, how big is this thing? Is
2 gigabytes.
no way.
That's download. Never mind.
Bacon asks a important question. Are we doing the whole thing? I think so, right?
Yeah, yeah.
2 gigabytes.
Oh, I
is
get
that
what he's asking. I get what he's asking, but
Yeah. I do too.
All right, it's installed.
And it's installed, really?
Yeah.
Mr. You could do as much as you want because you know that you know. I can't say things. Yeah, it's 4 gigs.
Huh, damn.
It's installed, dude.
Yeah.
While we were
Was it
talking,
compressed?
I downloaded and installed it. Yeah.
Maybe Cox is faster than we thought. Man. Shit.
not my
Nah,
box.
it's too certainly not Ryden's cock. So hold on. So he's gonna watch the trailer on his own?
No, he's not. He's not watching a trailer. Ground
Oh.
Zeroes is the trailer.
Ah,
You know what I mean?
That's okay. I get you now. I get you now.
Jaffield?
I do.
Okay.
I do.
Get what I mean?
Nothing.
Yeah, I mean,
Nonsense. Nonsense. What the fuck are you talking?
what do they say in Scary Movie? It's like, yo, that's a sick jacket, yo. Left, right. What? I forget what it is.
I gotta rewatch those. I don't remember.
Yeah,
any of them.
Marlon Wayans fucking tells Anna Faris to be like to say all that shit, just go right, left, and then just like she just mugs someone for their jacket or something. No, I'm saying like it's just like it's so ridiculous.
I did. I don't know if you do know that Wayne's brothers did confirm they're making a new scary movie. So that'd be
I heard
interesting.
something like that. Yeah.
You know, that's interesting to say. Like, oh, that's kind of cool. You know, because I stopped caring after 3. Honestly, they were all kind of trash after that. For the
Well,
most
it
part.
wasn't theirs.
Yeah, it wasn't theirs anymore. Yeah, for sure.
The studio took it from them. They went through like a rough patch. Like the Wayans Brothers show got canceled. Like no final episode. Fucking, they took Scary Movie away from them. And honestly, I didn't really like any other movies after Scary Movie 2. Like I didn't like White Chicks. I didn't like fucking what are the other ones did they have?
I don't. Beats me.
I can't even think
the
of
best.
another one.
The best part of White Chicks is Terry Crews, man.
Terry Crews is so funny, dude.
He's awesome, dude. He's a funny guy.
He's funny in anything that he does. Like he was in Friday After Next, and it was like, what a ridiculous role that was. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
The next
Ground
one
Zeroes,
is-
how am I gonna play that?
What do you mean?
Yeah. How? Do I
Don't
have it
you
on PS4?
Yeah, you should.
I know. I probably have a no big copy, like I said. Yeah, I do. Right here.
He
I
opened his
gonna
eyes.
I was gonna say, do you need to like log into my PS4 account or some shit?
Oh, actually, if it's on Steam, it's probably fucking a share thingy, whatever that's called.
I honestly would play it on Steam, dude.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm probably gonna play on Steam. Yeah.
Yeah, get it on Steam and the next one
Will
on
my
Steam
laptop
because
handle?
oh yeah,
Oh, yeah. Okay.
yeah, dude. This is the Fox engine.
Okay.
These games are perfection.
I don't know my
Kojima,
computer spec.
dude, trust me. This game runs on a fucking potato.
Well, I mean, if I handle Rising, then I'm for that.
But will it run on a smart fridge? Like Doom?
Yeah. Yes, it'll run on a smart.
Dude, they recently got Doom to run on something even stupider. The most
Pregnancy
recent
test.
Is that
one.
pregnancy test? Yeah.
No, something dumber.
Than a pregnancy test?
A USB stick, I think, did it.
Oh, like a
something.
little monitor on it.
Like a little thumb drive. Yeah, like I don't remember. I'm not gonna lie, what it was, but it was something that technically could run it, but shouldn't run it. Like everything, obviously. And yeah, it plays it, but I guess what it was is it plays Doom, but since there is no screen, it just shows the code for the game.
Oh,
I
you're
think.
right. You're right. What is it? What did they just? I need to know this now. Let me see. Doom running on bacteria. Get the fuck out of here.
What?
No way. When was this?
Nanomachines.
Here's a video of Doom running on gut bacteria, proving you really can play the game on anything. How the fuck is that? How is that a thing? What the fuck? Anyway,
It's enough of science for today.
Yeah, too much.
Yeah, anyway, like I said, I think it was a USB stick, but it has no screen, so it's just showing the data or some shit like that. But
Something like that. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
yeah. But anyways, okay, Ground Zeroes.
Yeah,
I
no,
like
this
Ground Zeroes.
this thing runs on fucking the minimum for the recommended is a GTX 760.
Wow.
Mhm.
That is in comparison. What are we at? We're at the 40 series. So let's see. There was the 760, the 860, the 960, the 1060, the 2060, the 3060, the 4060, and the 5060. That's I lost count already. 14.
Nice.
That's 7 generations back.
I was gonna say, put it in terms that I can understand. So
That's
that's
what
Super
I was doing.
Nintendo to PS5. Is that 7 generations?
But that's what I'm saying. It's 7
Yeah.
generations of graphics cards.
Jesus.
Which was
that
like
it can
15
run.
years.
It's a long fucking time ago.
3DS. 15 years? Damn. But
No,
PC
it's not
moves
15
faster.
years, dude. Like 10 years.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right. All right.
Yeah, because I mean the game came out in 2015. So
Which
Well, in
one?
terms of hardcore years, that would means it would be right before Switch, so it would be already PS5, right?
PS4.
PS4. But in terms of generation games, you said 7 generations, so yeah, we're talking about like fucking
consoles, is that what you're talking about?
yeah, console wise, yeah, like Super or 64 maybe.
I think you're right the first time. I think Super Nintendo.
Super.
I don't know what generation we're on.
I'm not
now.
counting. I'm not bothering counting. I'm just naming what I'm not gonna count them.
I mean, they got it to run on the PS3.
Oh yeah,
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 That's
you're right,
that's how
you're
I
right,
first
you're
played
right,
Ground Zeroes. I played on PS3 because
yeah.
couldn't wait.
bought
I didn't
it
have a PS4
I
yet.
did, yeah. I did.
and then I bought it on PS4 again.
Yeah, me too.
So I own this game 3 times. Like
Hey, you're just like me
it's
now.
like it's fucking Final Fantasy. No, do you have no idea how many times I've rebought so many games, but like
Like
digitally?
Skyrim.
Yeah, I have Skyrim VR, I have Skyrim Special Edition, I have regular Skyrim, I have Skyrim on PS3, and I've never beaten the fucking game. I have Skyrim on Switch because one day I was like bored and I was like, I just want Skyrim on my Switch, and I got on
That's
Switch.
the only Skyrim I have is on Switch.
Oh god, that's like the
Mm.
worst version.
Yeah.
I mean, it's great for like aiming because of the gyro. I love gyro aiming in first person. Only when you hold the aim button, not when you're like walking around. But yeah, if you
Yeah.
do like gyro aiming is so fucking superior. Like once you get used to it, like it's almost like mouse and keyboard but on a console, which is not like that's why people play Splatoon that way. They'll play it with like the pros will play it with gyro.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway,
Cool.
yeah. So Ground Zeroes, guys, and
right.
yeah. So thank you guys so much for listening to Codec Calls, a Metal Gear Saga podcast. If you, why do I do this every time? Hold on.
I can hear the outro music, by the way.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you would like to listen to these early, you can do so by supporting us on Patreon. You get live access to recordings, or like I said, early access to the episodes, chance to be our guests, and bonus content. If you'd like to get in contact with us, you can do so through email, fans.pixelbenders@gmail.com. You could also leave us a codec message at 209-791-0995. And I've been streaming more often. So I'm on Twitch. Chris is also on Twitch. We're forcing German to go on Twitch at some point. Stream, goddammit. So all the links are down below if you would like to check that out. And thank you guys for giving us a review. If you do so, I'll read it out for you guys over here, and we'll give you the much love that you've given back to us in a review. Really helps the podcast algorithm. I don't know, who knows. And yeah, be sure to share us on your socials because that is the best way to spread the word. And yeah, also if you just want to hang out with us, join our Discord. We talk a lot of Metal Gear shit there, and it's nice to like literally talk to other people who like Metal Gear because it's so hard to find them in real life. Like the fact that German and I ever ran into each other is just like I don't even know, like it's like rare as fuck. Like I've never met anybody else who liked Metal Gear in real life. But yeah, I was your host, Noise.
You guys, I'm Space Contra. Who was it?
What?
Chrono Riser.
Chrono Riser. There you go.
And Blue Rhino Boss.
And yeah, we'll see you guys next space. Goodbye.